With your shorty, baby, welcome to the 40. Just know I'm gon' slide if they ever try to extort me. Baby, welcome to the 40. Bitch, I'm a trend, not a crip. Put one in your head and empty the clip. No fire trucks, but it's ladders and whips. Craig pops, you just slipped in some shit. 48 the block, Doobie the strip. Always packing like I'm taking a trip. Be away for the be away. Go to Chevy, whatever my nigga is lit. I can't no money issue. From the trigger to the wrist moves. She keep texting me, I miss you. But I fell in love with my pistol. The cops catch you, better lower your tone. If you talk, you're not making it home. Put a brick and I did it alone. Dropping the water, I'm making it clone. When I'm sliding, tell them make way. I'm from a block where it ain't safe. Minutes a trap like I'm TQ. I'm just pushing out some great eights. I take a loss, but it never hurts. Your phone ring only on the first. This trap shit, you can't force it. I can show you how the water works. Baby, welcome to the I'm in the Mozzie, the Wraith, the Beam. I be sliding with your shorty.
40 Central, what's up?
Baby, welcome to the 40. Just know I'm gon' slide if they ever try to extort me. Baby, welcome to the 40.
Baby, welcome to the 40. Rebel Linties in the Marys, I can't get her off me. She wanna fucking Dior me. Pull out the bench, she forget every nigga before me. Shooters is pulling up shortly. Slide on the outs, but I can't let the cameras record me. I'm trying to get the hoes off me.
Go ahead.
She lost me. I left her right on the 40. Right with the G's, the blazes, the H's. Like, make sure this bitch never call me. Just make sure this bitch never call me. Baby, welcome to the 40. I got the Mozzie, the Benz, the Beamer. They know I ain't lying, they saw me. You know I ain't lying, they saw me. I'm wearing the bands, not a cape.
Probably the 4.
Right on her place, baby.
Mic check.
The scammers doing drills in the rave. Wait. Early with me, I ain't playing the safe.
Take the link, share with somebody that you know. Let's go.
Same night, I forget her. Same night you was with her, called brain twice. She ain't think twice on that nigga. Late nights, I'm with killer. Don't square up, cause he hate fights, he a driller. Right to his people, he'll be finito.
Go ahead.
Baby, welcome to the 40. I got grams, go for 40. Watch the kid get rich. We got bricks like Tory. Niggas talking like they know your body. Nah, nigga, I don't know nobody. Unidentified, got his mama looking at him like I don't even know this body. Throw a bullet, catch an ento. Shoot behind the scenes with extendos. Might pass a stick to bimbo. Make an op play limbo. What? To the party, get your pop smoke. I stay on point, niggas not low.
Go ahead. Talk to me. 40 Central, what's up?
Niggas thinking that they safe on the app. Nigga, what's in my pocket? Your stash. Duke say, hit books for the gas. Get the hookah, turn the block in indictment with 40 niggas. What's with all the excitement? 40 on me and I'm too fleet.
Yeah.
I let it off like fuck all the fighting. Margello on a Monday. Smiles, tell me what the bitch wants.
Yeah.
St. Laurent off the runway. Not now, maybe one day. 40 forever, I'm back on my shit. Getting lit, nigga, right on the strip. Bitch, speak when you see me with piff. 10 in the pocket, 5 on the fifth.
Baby, welcome to the 40. I'm in the Mozzie, the Wraith, the Beam. I be sliding with your shorty. Baby, welcome to the 40. Just know I'm gon' slide if they ever try to extort me. Baby, welcome to the 40.
We gonna keep running it. Run it.
Smoking weed till I pass out. Bad bitch with her ass out. Getting money to the cash flow. Big guns when I back out. 10 bricks in the stash house. Low money with a laugh out. This big drip when the gang out. Big daddy, bring that range up. Trap house in the lobbies. Nigga, that's where I hang out. Catch me in the club bottle, popping when the gang out. Bouncing up and down. Rolling dice, full
Mike.
Bring that bank out. Head crack, 0 trips. Nigga, you just aced out. Triple B. Nigga, just wait out. Run hard, GG. Show you what that gang out. Nigga, that's your whole thing.
Static.
Put the chrome to your dome, but you bout that. You be dapping and conversing with a known rat. We don't condone that. 4/5 a whole lot. Scammer go left, then it's back to flipping loud packs. I be in the trenches with a baddie too. Ass fat, I might slap it like she scored the hoop. Man, we don't pick and choose. Shot it hitting you and you. Right me, nigga, Bobby, even though we probably went to school. Man, I'ma show these little niggas how to get it right. Man, you gon' show these little niggas how to lose their
Go ahead.
It's still free my brothers doing 30 to the life. First meal I get to the lawyer, get that shit right. I call Rick and told him, bro, I got a good leg. You call Cap like, Daddy got another head. And he's sweet, man. We don't even need the grips. We don't need the clips. All we gotta do is pistol whip. Easy, nigga.
Oh, you dumb. What's going on? Niggas is spooked out, man. Sturdy and flirty. 40.
Yeah, disrespect niggas respectfully. Bullet hit niggas in they mind like telepathy.
Trap misconnected, he was playing with the recipe. Call for the tech like a nigga was the referee.
If you don't want smoke, my nigga, then just let it be. I could give a felony. Fuck these niggas telling me.
All these different weeds, what the fuck these niggas selling me? You ain't got the fronts, my nigga, you selling fronts.
What the fuck is in your blunt? 40 kicking like a punt. Yeah. Fucking with the captain, little niggas getting crunched.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check.
Snapping like I'm Carlton, broke trappers trying to bargain. Gotta kill witnesses, bed hanging like I'm Harden.
Had 1,000 pints, so a nigga sold 1,000 lines. Early in the morning, I spin his block 1,000 times.
What going on? Bitch. 40. Yo, Rick. Yo, Cat. Niggas is bugging, nigga. Yo, Doc. Fuck going on, nigga. Jeez. Oh, you dumb.
All right, I'm gonna go one more record. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic.
Leave it on too.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. Pull up on me. Pull up on me. Because we got some things to discuss. Let's go. Let's go. Man, first things first, I got to talk about the Celtics. Let me go through the injury report real quick. Because this is a big night. Hey, this is it. This is it. This is it right here. Well, it is, but it isn't.
It depends.
It is, but it isn't, because at the end of the day, you never know who's gonna be out with this. This is like watching Rikers Island basketball because you never know who's going to be out. All right, so here we go. Oh, wow, the injury report updated and refreshed because before it was a bunch of names out there. All right, so people who's going to be out for the Celtics, we got Marcus Smart out officially. Sam Hauser out officially. For the Miami Heat, Gabe Vincent, game time decision. Tyler Hero out. So based off of those right there, I think the Celtics definitely have the edge. Jimmy Butler's coming back with the inflammation in his knee. That's going to be, watched on a very strict time restriction probably. They're going to make sure that he is ready to go for the long haul. So they're going to definitely be monitoring him. We got Marcus Smart out. That's a big blow for the Celtics. He is our playmaker. He is our defensive anchor. I was talking to my peoples on the IG live. Shout out to Shawnee that was rocking with me on the IG live. And we was talking about how Marcus Smart, well, this was my take, honestly. I said Marcus Smart is equivalent to what Draymond Green is for the Warriors. Meaning that on a different team, they may not have the same impact that they're having with their particular team and their particular system. I feel like their team and their system works perfectly because in a weird way, it's kind of built around their talents. Like, nobody thought Marcus Smart was going to be a good starting point guard. Nobody thought that he could run a team. Nobody thought that he could fit this role. Everybody thought he could probably be better coming off the bench, better playing maybe a shooting guard role. But shout out to Ime Udoka, our coach, who gave him the keys and essentially said, "Yo, you're gonna run the show." And Brad Stevens for also believing in him because he traded away Dennis Schroeder and believed in Marcus Smart to take the starting role. With that, we're in a rough series right now, and I can't even lie. This is a series where I don't know. I mean, I feel like with the Bucks, I was confident when I said Celtics in 7 because I felt like we had the better team, even though Giannis is the best player in the world. But this series here, man, this is a gauntlet. This is a gauntlet. This reminds me of this is what the people who praise the 90s say that basketball was like. Like, you don't know who's gonna be out, who's gonna get punched, who's gonna get trampled on. Like, there was a play where Jason Tatum went to the ground and literally 3 people jumped on top of him. There was no foul call. We just acted like it just didn't happen. And there are a few reasons why the Celtics are in this hole right now. I'm gonna say reason number 1, I feel like in this game of chess, this is a big chess game between 2 phenomenal coaches. And I feel like they're not getting their just due respect. Ime Udoka and Eric Spoelstra are putting on a coaching clinic right now. If you are watching this series, just pay attention to the adjustments that are being made, when substitutions are being made, how they're feeding off of each other's energy. Like, that coach war right there is something that I'm really, really enjoying. Partially because I enjoy coaching, but another part of it is because I see the influence now that it has on the game. When I was watching basketball as a kid, I didn't understand that. I'm just watching to just see my favorite players, to root for my favorite team. But now that I'm understanding the game much better and on a different level at the age that I'm at now and the experience that I have now, it helped me create a much more of an appreciation for the display that both of these coaches are doing, despite not having players or not finding out they're getting players right before tip-off. Like, they didn't know that Al Horford was going to be out game 2, or was that game 1, whatever it was. Game 2, they didn't know he was going to be out until maybe an hour before tip-off. So now, how do you make those in-the-moment adjustments? Like, that's not easy to do, especially with one of your starting bigs. Another game, Robert Williams is out. Eric Spoelstra started without Kyle Lowry. Then he got Kyle Lowry back for game 3. So it's like, to see how they are adjusting to this is just amazing. And I feel like the media has to do a better job of portraying that, because this is, especially for the class that I teach. For those who don't know, I'm a teacher and I teach sports foundations. And the core of my class is to teach kids about jobs that revolve around the game of basketball. And I felt like a lot of times that our kids don't aspire to be coaches because we don't make coaching sound cool. And I went to a coaching clinic at Madison Square Garden. Shout out to the New York Knicks for putting together a great clinic. especially my May Lynn Batista. She put the whole thing together. Shout out to her. One of the people of fan engagement. She works with the fan engagement department. And I was there, and they was basically talking about, like, what is the biggest, what are the issues that are around coaching and kids. And I said the biggest issue that we have is that when the kids say, I want to go to the NBA, the only thing they think of, or the only route that they could think of, is being a player. And that's because in our communities, we don't big up coaching. They only see coaching as these old, washed up guys who claim that they could have been in the NBA that just want to give back to the community. That's how they see coaches, right? But coaching is way more complex than that. And it's an avenue that so many of our young, smart boys and girls can partake in if we expose it to them at a younger age. So what I said this to Allen Houston. I'm like, yo, why don't we have a program that shows kids how to become successful coaches?
That was a nice name drop.
I mean, something like that. Yeah, something like that. I was in the building.
That shit smooth.
There was a couple people in the building. I mean, Bernard King was in the building. Rod Strickland was in the building. I met a lot of people, man. Dykeman was in the building. Shout out to Dykeman. The Ballers Journal was in the building. It was a lot of people in there, man. People I'm not even remember off the top of my head. Oh, Don Tolliver was in the building. Olympic USA coach was in the building. It was a lot of people. But long story short, the question was, what is the biggest issue with coaching right now? And I said, we need to have a camp that takes kids out of the hood or out of their neighborhood, because it could be for kids from any community. Take them out of their neighborhoods, bring them somewhere, and just do strictly coaching. Like, we don't build up kids enough when we don't expose it to them at an early enough age where they think that this is a viable career. They think the only way to make money is through being a player. Whereas, like, no, coaches in college can make millions of dollars, right? They can make millions of dollars coaching. And a lot of them see it as, oh, that's for old heads. Where it's like, yo, look at M.A. Udoka, look at Eric Spoelstra. Young coaches is now in the league. Homeboy from the Kings, Walton. I forgot his name, but I know his last name is Walton. Luke Walton, young coach. Really, like, look, all these young coaches now are taking these positions, and look at homie from that just won the Super Bowl. Oh man, well, the Rams head coach just won a Super Bowl. Sean McVay just won Super Bowl. Young guy in his 30s, won a Super Bowl. So I feel like if our kids were exposed to it, and we had young success come back to these communities and tell them, like, yo, coaching it can be just as profitable as being a player. It can be just as profitable. But because they don't see it, and because they don't understand it, and because nobody tells it to them, they don't want to do it. But if we expose them to this amazing world of coaching, who knows? Yo, I'm telling you, some of these kids think that they're NBA athlete ready, whereas they don't even understand the power that they have up here. And then once they tap into it, because once you step away from the game, you have a whole different perspective. But once we keep pushing player, athlete, LeBron, Melo, Russ, Steph, Clay, KD, Luka, like, once we keep pushing these names into their minds, that's all that they want to be. And that's cool, but there's a whole nother world. There's whole other avenues in which you could be a part of the NBA and be in the NBA and be in that circle, right? But I just went on a whole nother tangent. I didn't even mean to do that. Celtics, what do they have to do to win? Like I said, Marcus Smart is out. Tyler Herro's out. Those are the two biggest names that are on the injury report. Everybody else is injured. Jason Tatum's playing with injury. Jimmy Butler's playing with injury. Kyle Lowry's playing with a messed up hamstring. Robert Williams is playing with a banged up knee. The list can go on, but this is the playoffs. This is what it's about. I saw Saturday, a lot of people making excuses for the Celtics, saying that the Celtics, the refs were terrible. They weren't getting this call, that call. And I could get it from the fan standpoint, because as a fan, you just want to see You want to see your team get all the calls. So I get that. So if you're watching it from a fan's point of view, you can only see the calls that don't go your way. You never cheer for the calls that you get. You don't care when the things do go your way. But the moment that you don't get the call that you're looking for, oh, fuck the refs. I hate the refs. Da-da-da-da. And it's like, nah. No. Let's talk about
19 turnovers.
Exactly. Let's talk about the turnovers. Let's talk about the lack of execution. Let's talk about the terrible defense. Let's talk about how we started off down 30. We have to talk about these things, right? And out of all of that, there's no way that it could be the ref's fault when the ref gave us 25 plus free throws. Can't blame the refs at that point. A lot of free throws some of the free throws in which we missed. We can't talk about how Oladipo was strapping up Jaylen Brown in the third quarter. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all don't want to talk about how we started making a run. And in my opinion, Udoka made a bad decision by putting Jason Tatum back in the game after he was clearly injured with his shoulder and he was having a bad shooting night. Jason Tatum goes down with the injury. The Celtics make a run, bring it down to 1. Tatum comes back. We think he's about to be the savior, just like Paul Pierce did. He doesn't do it. In my opinion, I think you sit him on the bench. You let the momentum ride out. You ride that momentum out. Jason Tatum came back in, throws a turnover, misses a shot. Not saying that was the end of the game, but that was essentially like, that's when the momentum shifted back to the Heat. So tonight, if the Celtics want to win, just got to play their game, man. Play their game. It's going to start with slowing down Bam, and we're going to have to have Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown's going to have to step up defensively. He has to. They've been seeking him out on the offense, and they've been trying to get buckets on him. He has to figure out. He has to step up and say, you know what? I'm going to be the defensive guy that I was when I first got there. He played both ends. And I think now that he's taking on more of an offensive load, it's starting to, he feels it a little bit more, but we need you on both ends of the floor, bro. Him and Tatum. People saying Tatum is a two-way player. I'm like, you sure about that? I remember but Pat Bev was on First Take and they brought that up. He was like, I don't know. Y'all saying Tatum is a two-way player. Who does he lock up? Who does he lock up?
They said Curry was a two-way player in the interview. Remember that shit? He said, what you said?
Exactly. Fucking Steph Curry is a two-way. That's a whole nother conversation I want to have too, that people are starting to have. They're saying that Steph Curry, if he gets 4 rings, is going to change the LeBron narrative. And I think that's the most ridiculous statement I've ever heard in my life. Because even with 6 rings, he's not better than LeBron James. Even with 7 rings, he's not in the same ballpark as LeBron James. To me. I mean, I understand what Curry has done for the game. I may be subliminally a Curry hater, some people may say. I don't hate on the brother. I wish him nothing but success. But I do think there are times where he may be a little bit overrated. For this instance, people were saying on I'm not even gonna shout out that group chat. I'm not even gonna shout them out. I was in a group chat on Facebook. Shout out to the group. I don't know if they want me to say the name out loud. But in the group they were saying if Steph Curry passes him, he's top 10, or he was already top 10. And I'm like, hold on. Steph Curry top 10. What are we talking about? Steph Curry top 10 all-time players? Like, we got to really slow down a little bit. But we get so locked into this prisoner of the moment stuff. I don't know how we could just go from Steph is not even in the same league as LeBron to Steph being now 1 ring away from being in the same league as LeBron to Steph is now top 10 to Steph is in the conversation. I don't get that part. Steph Curry is a phenomenal player, one of the greatest of all time. But I threw a list out there. I said, name one of these players Steph is better than. And pretty much the consensus was he's taking Larry Bird's spot. And I'm like, Larry Bird? Do we not understand who Larry Bird is? Matter of fact, let me pull up the hold on. So y'all can see. Of Stephen Curry versus Larry Bird. This so that way I'm not bugging. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, so this is the side by side Larry Bird, and Steph Curry. I'm gonna just do a quick breakdown. This might not be so quick, but I'm gonna try to make it quick. No, tab. Larry Bird, Steph Curry comparison. All right, here we go. So Larry Bird played from 1980 to 1982. Steph Curry started in 2010, and now he is in 2022. So Larry Bird, 3 championships. Steph Curry, 3 championships. Okay, however you want to define those championships for Steph Curry, that's on you. NBA seasons. Larry only played 13 seasons. Steph is in his 13th season. Looks like he has a few more to go. So he might play 16, 17, 18. Who knows? In the 13 seasons, Bird made the playoffs 12 times. Steph Curry made it 8. Larry Bird was a 12-time All-Star in 13 seasons. Steph Curry was only an All-Star in 8 of his 13 seasons. Larry Bird has 3 MVPs. Steph Curry has 2. Finals MVPs. Larry Bird has 2. Steph Curry has 0. Now, this is going to be an interesting. I'm interested to see how people start gauging these Finals MVPs now that Steph could potentially get 4. Because I remember when in 2020, when Anthony Davis almost won Finals MVP, and people were saying it was going to hurt LeBron's career. Steph Curry has never won a Finals MVP, but it somehow seems like it doesn't matter to everybody now. But that's neither here nor there. All NBA first team, Larry Bird, 9, Steph Curry 4. All NBA teams, period. Larry Bird 10, Steph Curry 7. But Steph Curry, again, still playing, so he can pass some of these numbers. All defensive teams, Larry Bird 3, Steph Curry 0. That's a stat that Stephen Curry will never pass when it comes to Larry Bird. Scoring leader, Steph Curry 2 has led the league in scoring twice. Larry Bird 0. Steals leader, Steph Curry led the league in steals once. Larry Bird never did. Rookie of the year, Larry Bird 1, Steph 0. Now, stats per game in a regular season. Tied, 24 and 24. This will more than likely fall into Larry Bird's favor because the longer Steph Curry plays, more than likely his numbers are going to decrease because it's going to get worse, farther time. Rebounds, not even close. Larry Bird scored, rebounded, and defended. And he was a great passer. Same thing with passing. Same thing with steals. 0.6, half a block, don't even count that. They both got 0. Total points. Larry Bird is ahead. Steph Curry can easily pass him, but we'll never know. Steph Curry will never pass him in rebounds. He may pass him in assists. He should pass him in assists. He will pass him in assists. I'll give him that. Steals, maybe. I don't know about that. Blocks, he'll never catch him. Total games played, he probably will pass him in that. Field goal percentage, Larry Bird. 3-point percentage, Steph Curry. Free throw, Steph Curry. And that's about it. We don't got to get into the rest of these. Playoff stats, we don't got to get into those. To each his own. These are all playoff percentages. But my whole point of saying that is that it's not just Steph Curry is just better than Larry Bird. Like, I think that whole narrative, and even the whole he changed the game narrative, like, I don't, like, what do you, all right, so people start shooting a bunch of threes now. Okay, that's because Steph Curry, I give him that. Cool. But what is that, like, how does that elevate you over other people? Like, Dr. J changed the game. That doesn't mean he's elevated over Magic Johnson. LeBron James changed the game. Doesn't mean he's elevated over Michael Jordan.
What do they think, though?
Huh?
That's what LeBron.
I think LeBron changed the game because I didn't see bigs doing what they're doing now before LeBron came in. I didn't see. I mean, Magic was probably the only one, but other than him, who else was a 6'6", 6'8" point guard with the ability to pass and score like a number one option? I haven't seen that. Now we got Nikola Jokic. Now we got Joel Embiid. Now we got Anthony Davis. Now we have these skilled big men where now it's a part of their skill set for you to be able to dribble, pass, and shoot. I give that credit to LeBron because I didn't see nobody doing it before him. And then now y'all saying Steph Curry changed the game. Okay, cool, but it's like I don't understand how that elevates you over other greats. I just don't. I don't give him that. I don't give anybody that. Like, great players do that, right? Kareem couldn't do that because he was 7 feet tall, so there really wasn't too much for him to change about the NBA. But Steph Curry changed the game. That doesn't elevate you over Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Kobe Bryant. LeBron James, Tim Duncan. Like, there's Shaq. We saying Steph Curry are better than these people already? Huh? We got to stop these prisoner of the moment takes, man. And I'm willing to debate anybody on this. Anybody want to call in? Anybody want to pull up? Anybody want to have that discussion right here on 40 Central Live? We could look at the numbers. We could look at the stats. We could listen to both sides and let the people make the decision. But I just wanted to talk to y'all about that. Those are the two interesting sports takes that I have for today. And I'm trying to think, is there anything else? I think the Mavs are going to make a comeback.
Nah. Nope.
I think the Mavs are going to make a comeback.
They win one.
I think they win
1 or 2.
They could. I think they could push it to 7.
4.
They could push it to 7.
Hell no.
I think they could push it to 7. I'm not counting them out. I like the Mavs. I picked the Mavs to win, honestly.
Me too. I did too, but I just got it.
I think the Mavs could do it.
I just feel like Luka does too much. He doesn't like. I don't think that they have enough help on that team.
I think they do. I think they do. I just feel like there's been key moments of the game where they're just flat out losing.
Like Bullock was 0 for like what, 15?
But that's how they play.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like those things that needs to change. I like Brunson. I like Dinwiddie. Nobody's shooting. Everybody else is scared to shoot. Cleveland's scared to shoot. Like they you see them. They watching the game. They're like scared. But like Jason Kidd said, like nobody really thought they was gonna be there anyway. They didn't have nothing to lose.
I mean, I did.
I did too.
I picked them to go to the Western Conference Finals. People laughed at me.
We said that here that they was a sleeper to make it to the finals.
Yep. I put that on Twitter. Your man Beans laughed at me.
He did.
He did. And he tweeted me later, a couple rounds later. He said, "I apologize." Damn right. Damn right. I respect
I think
that.
I think they probably win the next one in Dallas, and then depending on how Warriors come out at home.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes 7.
If it goes 7, that'd be crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised. The Warriors have blown 3-1 leads before.
They got to get 1 first.
I know. That's what I'm saying. If the Mavs get 1, it wouldn't shock me if it went to Game 7 because they've blown 3-1 leads in the past. But yeah, those are my sports takes, man. Nah, they're not getting swept. They're not getting swept. The league won't allow that to happen.
Yeah.
The league is not gonna allow that to happen. They're gonna make sure that Luka gets 1, and
what do they
go
need?
from there. What do you mean? Who?
Mavs.
What do they need?
Yeah.
I don't think they really need anything. I just feel like they just have to. They have to stop relying. No, let me make sure I'm saying this the right way. I feel like when the Warriors go on a run, it's like everybody freezes. And it's like they start waiting for the timeout from Coach Kidd. And I feel like once they learn how to stop a run without a coach's timeout, then they'll be good. But I think also at the same time, Andrew Wiggins has been playing way bigger and better than people expected. So that's kind of like, damn, now we got to worry about him too. But I mean, I think you still stick with the same game plan. Like they've had instances where they were up 13, 14, 15. So it's like you make minor tweaks to the game plan and you just got to execute better. You got to execute better. Stop turning the ball over. And I think that's it. I mean, I wouldn't change that much for the Mavs. I feel like it's almost like the same thing with the Celtics. Like if the ball bounces a different way, the Celtics would be up 2-1 instead of down 2-1.
Yeah. Like
the Mavs could have easily won the first 2 games.
They could have won yesterday too.
Exactly. So it's like
at the end that when they caught up, they was down 5.
Mhm.
They missed that. Bullock missed that 3.
Mhm.
And then and easy rebounds. They're not getting no rebounds. They getting out rebounded like every game.
Yeah. And those are things that they're gonna have to work on. And
Luka know how to play better defense.
He can't, man. That man's he put up back-to-back 40-point games.
Yeah,
now
he's tired.
You want to play both sides of the and this might go and this is gonna have to go 7 if they want to win. He can't.
They once they put him in that pick and roll, they get him in. Whoever's going through the basket, they score.
For the most part, but I don't think it's over. I got Mavs coming back. And if the Mavs take it to Game 7, the Mavs win. That's my prediction.
I see them getting next game, maybe possibly 2.
Okay.
And that's this shit is done. Then that's a possible. Like
What?
if they get one, they might lose in Golden State.
I think they could win and go. They could have. I'm telling you, they could have won both games in Golden State in games 1 and 2. No. One of the games I think they got smoked. Well,
But the
but
first game they got smoked.
yeah, the game 2 they could have won. They were up by a lot, and then the Warriors came back in the fourth quarter. I think they were up like 13, 14. Like leagues like that, you can't.
They can't blow the lead. Like they blow the
Can't.
lead.
But those are those runs where it's like once they start, it's like we can't keep wasting timeouts because of these runs. So it's like I don't know, man. But this Celtics game's about to start. I'm thoroughly intrigued about what's gonna happen. I don't even know. My stomach is rumbling.
That was your stomach?
Yeah.
Why don't you eat some chicken?
No, I'm not hungry.
Oh, you got a fart?
No. I just ate.
That shit was mad good though. I was starving.
I was the chicken spot chicken?
Yeah, I had to.
Nah, I can't eat
Nothing
that.
else to eat over here. We're tired of everything over here.
Can't eat that, son. I'd rather Chipotle over anything.
Nah, I can't do Chipotle. Chipotle is so disgusting to me.
Chipotle is actually
I'd rather just
natural food.
I'd rather go to Mama Pueblo's.
I don't know what that is.
The one right there by the juice spot.
Oh, I don't like that place. No. I don't like that place.
But what are we doing today? We talking today?
I mean we can. We
up to
already
you?
here. What a good conversation that I have. I spoke about.
I picked Miami to win too.
All right, they're gonna lose. You can pick who you want to pick. They're still gonna lose. I got Celtics winning, and I think
If they win tonight, if they lose tonight, I mean,
no, we're gonna win tonight. I think as long as Robert Williams plays, we good. Because I think
he could keep Bam.
yeah, that's really all that really came down
First
to.
of all, I'm not gonna lie to you. Bam ain't doing shit. He just did shit that third game. Yes, that last game.
No, I mean he's actually pretty good.
He had 16 points combined in like the first 2 games.
Yeah, but I mean,
Like he's really not doing shit.
I mean, but you're talking about like in arguably the best defense in the league. So
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah,
that's kind of hard to put that on him. And their point guard wasn't there. And Kyle Lowry to get him in.
But he
and
wasn't there
easier-
for the first 2 series either.
Yeah, but in those first 2 games, they needed Kyle. Like for this series, you need you need him. That's what I'm saying. Like it's hard to really judge whether or not he's good off of this series. But like when Kyle Lowry was there for game 3, you saw the big difference that it made because he was putting Bam in easy positions to score, which was in transition. But now that I think that Robert Williams is back, it should slow it down a tad bit. But now we don't got our playmaker and Marcus Smart, so we can see game 2.
He's really the heart of the team.
We can see game 2 all over again.
I like that the comparison you said between him and like he's like the Draymond of the team. I think he
Yeah.
is. Even when he wasn't playing, he was like making sure that they did their thing.
Mhm.
Like, he kind of is that.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Defense, passes the ball, doesn't really care. Like he shoots better than Draymond, but
He's only good to the people who like the team. Same thing with
What do you
Draymond.
mean?
Like if you're not a Warriors fan, Draymond is trash for you.
oh, yeah.
Trash to you. But if you are a Warriors fan, it's like, nah, I love Draymond.
Think
Same
he's a
thing
Hall
with
of
the
Famer?
Celtics. He's definitely a Hall of Famer. Who, Draymond?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's not even a question. He's
Oh,
definitely a Hall of Famer. Warriors got a couple Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Steph, Clay, Draymond, Iggy,
Yeah.
and Steve Kerr is going to end up going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he probably was already in there too.
Nah.
For the Bulls.
Nah, hell no. Nah.
I think he might
Depending
be
on how
right.
many threes he made in his career, but I don't think so. I wouldn't put that on him. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but he's going to be in the Hall of Fame for coaching. If he's in the Hall of Fame, that's crazy. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think he's in the He only averaged like 8 points for his career.
He definitely. I thought they would have put the I don't know, the 72 team up there.
Nah. You gotta have some type of resume to make the Hall of Fame.
And
But
he has not, but he has a lot now though.
I mean, he's gonna go to the Hall of Fame for coaching.
He's gonna have how many rings he has with the Bulls? 3. The 3 with Golden State, 6.
No, he got 2 with Golden State.
He got 2 with Golden State.
No,
he got 3. How many? They won.
Yeah.
He got 3 with Golden State. He got 1 with
Damn, son, they did my man Mark Jackson dirty.
Word. He got 1 with San Antonio.
Got the San Antonio ring.
So he has like 7 rings.
Well, he wasn't the head coach of San Antonio.
No, he played in San Antonio when they won.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So he has like 7 rings.
Yeah.
And then the coaching accolades, he's definitely gonna.
Yeah, no, he's going to the Hall of Fame, but not for being a player. He's gonna go for coaching for sure. But yeah, Marcus Smart, I think is gonna go. Nah, I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna go to the Hall of Fame. The Defensive Player of the Year award puts him in that conversation. It's gonna put him in that conversation, especially if he win a chip and he gets Finals MVP. 8?
Yeah, 5 as a player.
Okay.
2 and 3 as the coach. And then if he gets 1 more, that's 9.
Yeah, but I guess. I mean, yeah. I mean, you gotta give people their just due. Let me see. Oh, shout out to Candace Owens that's about to drop a doc. She's about to drop a doc on a Daily Wire. It's going to be about where is it? It's going to be about she's interviewing the family of George Floyd, who ironically did not get a lot of like press time. Now, I found it very interesting. If you go to Candace Owens' page, and I know a lot of y'all not fans of Candace Owens, and I understand that. But if you're interested in getting more of a thorough understanding of the George Floyd situation from the family's point of view, which I think we all should be getting their perspectives.
Right.
Huh?
You're right.
Yeah, like that's low-key kind of
brother.
Only the brother and Steven Jackson.
Yeah.
That's it. But like we didn't hear from anybody else in the family. We didn't hear from the guy in the store. We didn't hear from the family of David Chauvin.
We didn't hear from nobody.
We didn't hear from nobody. And it's like for this case to have shook up the world the way it did, and the way it was politicized, unfortunately, I think we should have been heard from the family, at least get their point of view. But who knows? Like the family could have probably opted out and not wanted to do it.
Yeah, you think they asked them like to like not say something?
It's possible, depending on what happened. But I mean, I don't know. I can't call that. That's a tough call to make. But I do think this is going to be a good doc to get a better understanding of who he was. And I had this conversation with Kev. I hope he don't get mad for me for talking about this convo. But I thought it was interesting because we was talking about Candace Owens and like I was saying that the reason why the people who should watch it won't watch it is because of the bad taste that Candace Owens leaves in some people's mouths, right? So, like, I was saying that I think Candace Owens could come off condescending to people when she says, like, Black people need to think this, Latino people need to think that, leave that side, come to this side. And it's like, some people could find that condescending. And I think the way that she talks to people can, although it's the truth, it's the way you say the truth, right? And then I was saying that, and then we were talking about in comparison to Kev, and I was saying, well, I think he's different than Candace because I think in the beginning, the information that he was giving to people was so raw, and people weren't ready for it at the time that it was just, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's never gonna happen. That's bullshit. Whatever. But then I think now that some of the things that he was saying, or pretty much almost everything he was saying back then, is coming to be into fruition. It's like, oh shit. Now you don't really hear people combat Kev the way that they used to when we first started the pod.
No, they used to go crazy. People used to block him because of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was that bad. But now it's like you don't really see too much of that because a lot of the things that he said back then are happening now. But the difference between him and Candace is that when Candace was saying it, she was always saying, I told you so, I told you so, I told you this, I told you this, I told you this. And I felt like Kev just kind of took like more of like a step back, let it happen. But if somebody brought it up, he would say, I told y'all this. back then. But if nobody brought it up, he wasn't just rubbing it in people's faces. And I feel like that, right? Like the way you talk to people matters and the way you deliver information matters. Like, and I'm saying this even as a teacher, like when you're in the classroom, you have to teach a certain way to certain kids. You can't just throw information at them and think that they're just going to retain it and understand it and internalize it. I think we got a phone call. Yeah,
Like
somebody
calling
called in. Yeah. Hold on. I always forget to put the Google Voice on. Give me a minute. But yeah, what do y'all think of Candace Owens doing this with George Floyd's family? I'm gonna call you right back, my brother.
Yo.
Yo.
You're crazy, Jay. You're crazy. You're nuts. Something's wrong with you. They are not going to come back. They're going to go to game 5 the most, and that's that. I'm sorry.
You know, I hear this crazy talk a lot, which is cool. I'm cool with it. But the reason why I'm not crazy is because they have the best player in the series in Luka Doncic. And I will never count that man out until he's gone. So as long as Luka is playing, they have a chance to win. And they've had a chance every single game to win, and they fell short. But who knows? They may figure it out. It may have taken 3 games for them to figure it out. We'll see.
I don't know.
All right, well then, why do you think the Warriors are going to win?
A lot of firepower, one. And obviously, we're going to go with traditional here. When you sit there and you're up 3-0, you're going to give them a win just so you can win at home. That's just my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just saying. That's just me.
But
tradition, you know, basketball's not my thing. But
of course.
This is me speaking from an amateur here.
Yeah, and that's cool. Let's keep it where you at. I mean, so now, what if I was to say the Warriors have been in this position before and have lost a series? What would you say to that?
I would say that's a hypothetical question, and it would never have been that way.
Okay. I mean, I think that each of these games could have went either way with a different bounce of the basketball. I feel like a couple of these games could have easily went to the Mavs. So I think that because the series is 3-0, people think that the Mavs can't come back. Whereas I feel like these games have been closer than people really think. And I think the Mavs can make a historic run.
I think they could. I think that the very most they might go 2 wins. They might get 2 wins at the very most.
2 wins is
I
what
don't
you
think
mean?
they come back. I don't think they're gonna come back and win 4 games straight. I'm sorry. I don't think it's gonna get remotely close to game 7. I think it ends in game 5. Push comes to shove, it might end in 6. But that's about it, in my personal opinion.
I don't know.
The thing with that you said right there, though, I'm agreeing with you that it goes to 5 because I think they win the next game, and it's possible they can win the next game. But if they win game 5, they go back home in game 6, right? Because they the lowest seed.
Mm-hmm.
Game 7 will be in Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
They can win at home. If they go to I would say if it passes game 5, they go to game 6, it goes to a 7 because they're gonna win at home.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I still don't think. I don't know. They just lost yesterday. They lost last night. They lost at home, and I understand. Yeah, they can win.
Yeah, the momentum from you winning 2 games, going home.
Third, but personally, I just feel like it's not gonna happen. I either if you're saying it goes back to Dallas or stays at Dallas, after they win, then maybe small chance.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the facts. When has any other team been down 3 games and came back and swept? The closest thing you can say to that was, if I'm not mistaken, Golden State and the Spurs.
Say that first team you said again. What was the first team you said again?
I don't even remember what I said, but I think let's go history wise.
Mm-hmm.
History wise, no team has ever came back from a 3-game deficit.
Mm-hmm.
The closest thing you could get to that is, if I'm not mistaken, was the Thunder and the Spurs.
No, you was right. It was OKC and Golden State. You're absolutely right.
Was it OKC and Golden State? Or was it OKC and the Spurs?
I believe it was OKC, Golden State. Golden State was up 3-1. And no. I'm wrong. OKC was up 3-1 and Golden State came back. But Golden State, I think, blew a 3-1 lead to LeBron and the Cavs. And I think they did it once before. I don't remember.
I don't know. But see, I don't know how it works, but this is all about, NBA. I got a playoff game tomorrow. Y'all all invited.
Is it at home?
Yes, sir. We home. We got the 11th seed out of 32 teams. PSAL. We good. We home.
Hey, congratulations, man. That's big.
Thank you. So y'all listen. Y'all want to come by? Bring the cameras. Live streaming. We live. 40 Central, Lehman High School. What's happening?
What time?
Thank you. I appreciate the cheers. Thank you.
Absolutely.
What time is the game?
It's supposed to be at 4:30, but there's some miscommunication between baseball and football commissioner, so we're trying to push for 6:30. So once I find out, Jay, you'll definitely know.
Yeah, definitely. Let me know. And let me know. Because we could probably do something with that.
I got you.
Yeah, for sure. Let me know. So if it's at 6:30, would that technically be or potentially be under the lights?
Potentially under the lights. Yep.
Yeah, it's not too early for lights. I mean, it's so much sun outside for lights.
6:30 they say it starts. Probably don't start like 6:45. Give and take. Second half probably starts at like 7:15. So you might get some of that under the lights. But how does it feel as a coach, man? Is this your first time going to the playoffs?
It's not my first time going to the playoffs for Lehman. However, it's my second. It does feel good. It feels like a successful season. We went 8-3. We was competitive. We was able to do things the right way, and girls believed in the process and believed in the work that they was doing, and it shows on the field, putting up 40 points here, putting up 25 here, winning on the road especially. So it feels good, but again, it's not about me. It's about the girls trying to build character and show them, it's more than just being a girl and just putting a makeup on, and girls can play football too. So just to open the lights for everybody else.
This is you coach the female team?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I coach girls flag football at high school.
Man, I gotta show you somebody that's a OD prospect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta show you that one.
If they're in middle school and they getting ready to, need to come to high school, send them my way.
Got you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna send. I'll have him send you a clip.
All right, that works.
And I got another question. Well, I'm definitely gonna send you that tape because you're gonna want that. My second question is, so like, what seed are y'all, and how many games? All right, this is a 3-part question. What seed are y'all? What's the furthest you guys have ever been? And how many games do you need to win the championship?
All right, so start with your last question. How many games you need to win a chip? It's the first round, which is tomorrow. Second round on Thursday, so that's 2 quarters, 3 semis, 4. So total you need 5. You need 4 to get to the chip, and that 5th win will get you a championship. The furthest that I've had to the playoffs was the first round. I got knocked out. I had 2 of my best players. One was injured with an ankle injury. The other one had a minor concussion from the week before, so she was out. So 2 of my stars were out. So they go to your question. What was the last one?
How many games was the furthest you ever been? What seed are y'all?
11.
Oh, what seed are we? We are in our division, the Bronx division. We're the second seed. We're the second seed in the Bronx. We are the 11th overall team in the city. Out of 62 teams that have a program, half of that, which is 60 out of some 32 teams made the playoffs. And out of 32 teams that made the playoffs, we're the number 11 seed.
Man, round of applause for that. Big deal, man. That's a big deal.
Listen, if I don't go up to watch my daughter play baseball tomorrow, I'm pulling up. I'll be there 6:30. But whatever time
you're more than welcome.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun, man. That's gonna be fun. Do you think they're nervous about this?
I do think they like my seniors. Well, one of my seniors who have been with me for 3 seasons already, no, 4 seasons. She's very nervous because she's on her way out, so she doesn't want to lose and be out one and done. Some of my juniors are like, "Whoa, I don't want to let my seniors down," and then most of my sophomores and freshmen are like, "Yo, we could really do something here," and those are the ones I'm putting into the head. Like, yo, you got an opportunity here, and it's not just the seed being planted now. It's not the end of the world. The seed's being planted, as I was supposed to say.
Mm-hmm.
Seed being planted now because you're freshmen and sophomores, and you're 8-3. So you're the kind of offense we're playing, and the kind of defense we're playing, in the game overall, you're gonna get better. You're gonna comprehend a lot more, and the only thing you're gonna get is gonna go up from you. So my freshmen are so more excited. My juniors are a little nervous. My seniors are like feeling the pressure between, okay, if I lose, I'm done. My season or my career is done for right now. Someone's like, hey, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go, and I'm like, yo, we gotta just chill and just play, just relax. So we had practice today, and we had worked on some new material here, and the girls are really sticking to it. So let's see what's gonna happen come tomorrow.
I have one more question.
Shoot.
What comes after the senior year when they go to college? Like, what is there like other programs where they could continue to play?
Right. So I'm glad you asked that question because not a lot of people don't know that girls flag football is now officially a collegiate sport.
Oh, word?
And yeah, it's a collegiate sport. So that if you make enough noise, depending on where you're at in the states, primarily down south, you have the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta that's spearheading a lot of things. Down in Houston, they're opening up stuff. But the original first piece was in Florida, with Florida State, and now it just became a club. And then somehow word got around. So the Atlanta Falcons taking over there. You got the Houston Texans taking over in Houston. You got Florida Seminoles. They starting to build some things. So yes, there are programs down south that's building stuff up, and sooner than later, it's gonna get up. So flag football as a whole is blowing up, and even right here in New York and in the tri-state area, the Jets are starting to get into the PSAL and donating money, and we're gonna start having some teams from other cities, primarily from Florida, going to be coming up, and vice versa, from what I've been told, where they're going to be competing back and forth. So more like an exhibition games back and forth. A couple years ago, they tried it with Tyler and Susan B. Wagner on Staten Island. They had some team from Florida come up, and they had a pretty competitive game. So, girls getting after after high school, if you go to a certain school, they might have a club there, and you could take that to the next level, and you could possibly even go a little international, because I know Mexico has a team too. So I did my homework on that as well. So from what I've seen, Mexico has a team.
Yeah, shout out to Mexico.
Right.
And so I also want to give you a shout out because I went to the last game. I think that was senior night, and
yes, sir.
Had a great time. The team is super chill, super cool. Shout out to the girl that let me have the vegan pizza. She definitely offered me a slice to eat with the team. The veggie slice. So shout out to her and her family. Her family's really cool too. I actually got to chop it up with her brother for a little while on the sideline, and he was talking, telling me her story and how he was super proud of her and things like that. And just seeing the way that they were playing as a team shows that they were exceptionally coached. So I definitely want to give you your flowers for that. Like the way they were running plays, the way they were supporting each other, the way they were cheering for each other, the way that they were handling the being professional and even showing great sportsmanship. Even when y'all started smoking the other team, it wasn't like they were making the other team feel bad. They were just doing what they needed to do, which was execute. And I just felt like that was just the bottom line but that was the theme of the whole game. No matter what, just execute. And that starts with just great coaching and a great culture. So I just want to give you your shout outs and your flowers for creating a great culture for the girls to thrive in. The families that were there had a great time. The seniors got their flowers, which was great. The crowd was into it, and except for the one guy that got tossed, but other than that, it was fun. It was exciting, and I just want to give you your flowers for creating that atmosphere.
Appreciate it. And the young lady you're talking about, her name is Cheyenne, and she's a senior that's a little bit nervous. That she's been with me for 3 years already, so she's the real nervous senior. But she's real humble. You know, everybody respects her, everybody loves her. So thank you for the flowers. I appreciate it. You know, well, hey, listen, we're not done yet here. You know, this the my train doesn't stop in regards to just the season's over. Now it's the off season where we're gonna start working. I'm gonna do what I did with football. All right, season's over. We'll give you 2 weeks. All right, let's start worrying about next season.
Man, tell him to give you a head coaching position, man.
Listen, man, you already see where I'm going with this. I go down. You see where I'm going, Jay.
I hear you. You deserve it. You deserve it, man. And I mean, if we can, once you solidify the time tomorrow, let me know as soon as possible because maybe we could do like a little like one-on-one sit down with a couple of the seniors. You know, that'll be some like dope footage for them to keep, and you know that they'll cherish that forever. So maybe we could bring the camera. I could bring some of the equipment over that we got, and we could sit down and do like a little one-on-one interview or something like that. You know, with a couple of the seniors before they dip out.
That'll be a good look. That's fine. So once I find out, definitely gonna shoot you a phone call, text, let you know what time it is. I got the room set up already. So you just bring if we get the 6:30 slot, more than welcome. You know what I'm saying? Give me some light and love.
Okay. And does the 6:30 slot mean that the baseball game will be before that?
All right. So the way it's gonna work is that from what I'm hearing right now, there's a baseball game that is supposed to start at 3:30. So there's potentially the game might be done by 6:30. If not, if the game starts at 4:30, might be done about 7:30, which puts us in prime real estate for under the lights referral. So there's a possibility, depending on how the game go. But this is also a playoff game for them too. So it may be competitive. It may not be. So we won't know until the first pitch is thrown.
Okay. All right, yeah. Just keep me posted, man. Let me know.
But it will ultimately be after 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it will definitely be after 6 o'clock. As of right now, it'll be after 6 o'clock.
Okay. All right, that sounds good, man. Let me know.
I got you. No problem. Hey, good looks. Good looks for the questions for the interview. My first official. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, a lot of firsts go down on 40 Central.
There you go. All right, fellas. I'm going to holler at y'all. Love, peace, and chicken grease.
All right, bro. Be safe. Good luck tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, I'm with it. That's gonna sound fun. If I go, I'm probably pick up Jayla, bring her so she can see the high school type of football.
I'll be good for her to see.
Yeah.
That'll be really nice.
Pick her up. She's playing tackle next year. Right?
That's cool.
Yeah.
She should. I mean, why not?
She just wants to hit people.
I mean, I'm more on like the flag side for football. I feel like flag is definitely on the come up.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. What's next? Because like, what's next for them after high school? Like, I've never seen like a school growing up have anything to do with football with women.
Yeah, but I mean, when we were growing up, flag wasn't as big as it is now. So I think just the whole sport of flag in general has shifted to become its own entity, where it's literally like an alternative route for football. Like now, soon you're gonna see like the same way we're seeing like high school kids getting paid to play basketball. It's eventually gonna be like that. One day is gonna be like that for flag football. Like it may not be in the next 5 years, 10 years, but eventually there's gonna be high school leagues. There's gonna be college leagues. Like there's gonna be an NCAA. Like it's gonna be like not a major sport, but it's gonna be a big sport in NCAA eventually.
I think they could be huge.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of room to grow. Like I went to my nephew at a game in Jersey at MetLife Stadium, and I didn't even realize this many kids. Like it was as competitive as it was at such a young age. Like they're grooming kids at 4 or 5 years old for flag football now, not even tackle anymore. And to see like the way those kids were like coached and trained and knew this and knew that, I'm like, you know what a cover 3 is at 8 years old? Like that don't even make no sense. Like the way that they just knew the plays and stuff like that. They got the wristbands and it's crazy. It's crazy at such a young age, but it's going to pay off in the future because by the time they're adults, there may be a few professional leagues out there where they could make some legitimate amount of money playing flag football. So, and for Greg to be doing this with the high school team is super super cool, man. And I think that we need to shed more light, especially on the girl flag football players, because they're in their own league of their own. There's a bunch of talent in there, and there's girls that could play in the boys' league. There's girls that are playing in the boys' league, as you already know. So I think it's a wonderful opportunity to build a different avenue for our young boys and girls to participate in, and I love it. I love it. I had a great time watching the Lehman's girl team last week. I think it was last week. That's how long my weeks be. I don't even know which week is which. But yeah, I think it was last week. If it wasn't, it was 2 weeks ago. Definitely nope. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Shout out to them.
You sure?
No, I'm not sure. But shout out to them, man. I had a great time. Great time. Great time.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I
Great
want to
time.
bring it tomorrow. Depends if I gotta go up to Connecticut, I'll probably still be back by like 6.
Yeah, bring her.
So,
Bring her. Bring her.
Go
It should,
pick
it
her
should
up,
be
bring her.
should be a good
She'll
time.
like that.
I want to do flag football at my school next year. I think that's something that we need. But I don't know if we're gonna be PSAL. Excuse me. I don't know if we're gonna be PSAL next year. I hope so, but we may not.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I hope we PSAL. But then if we are PSAL, then we wouldn't get like our rankings would be low because we'd be like a B team because of the size of our school.
That's fun.
Mm,
Grow it. You only got one class.
yeah, but it's like for those kids, they want the schedule that we had last year was great
For what?
for our school.
For basketball?
For basketball, yeah. We had a
Yeah, but
great.
that's different.
Okay.
You go into basketball school. You know how many basketball players want to go to your school?
Well, I'm saying like, but in PSAL, like the whole school is under one division though, right? Like you can't have the boys in AA and then like the girls in B.
I don't know.
I don't think it. I think the whole school is, or maybe that's NCAA. Yeah, that might be NCAA, where the whole school's under one division.
Yeah, probably.
Because I know that's based off the size of your school. So I don't know. I don't know. I like what we got now, but I wouldn't mind adding the flag football team. I don't want a tackle football team though. I'm good with just flag.
Are there a lot of like other high schools that do flag now?
Yeah, like even what he was just talking about, like that's a whole like new, like it's an official thing now in PSAL flag football. Whereas it wasn't like that when we were in high school. There was no flag football.
That's amazing.
It was actually like low key, kind of like taboo. Like, oh, you soft ass nigga, you playing flag football. Like, but now it's like, yo, like flag football is a legitimate thing. Whereas like if you nice in flag, you could make something happen for yourself. Like people got whole leagues. People do film for flag football. Like there's other jobs that are connected to flag football that you can do. Video editing, photography, building leagues. Like I know it's not flag, but look at the whole City Island thing, the rough touch shit. Like
Yeah.
that's one step away from flag. Like it's not that big of a difference.
Just a little push.
Yeah, it's just a push. So that could easily be a flag football tournament, but it is what it is.
We
So,
gotta make a tournament this year.
I'm not flag.
Oh, any type of tournament.
I could do basketball. I could do basketball. Shout out to some of my students who presented today too. I had them create their own basketball tournament.
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah, and it was actually pretty cool. This is gonna be their final like project of the year. And it was a 3-part project. The first part was to create a Google Slides or like a Google presentation about like visuals of the park, where the park is going to take place, why you chose this park, how's a tournament here going to help the community, what are you raising awareness for, like gun violence, breast cancer awareness, lupus, whatever it is. What are 5 facts about that as it relates to New York City or whatever city your thing is going to be in. That was the first part. Second part was create a budget of how much money you would need for the tournament. So like I need water bottles, I need basketballs, I need a scoreboard, I need this, I need that, X, Y, and Z. A list of how many jobs you will be creating. So I need a ref, I need coaches, I need security, I need a cleanup crew, how much they're gonna get paid per day. Then that was part 2. Part 3 was then you had to map out a schedule of when and what time all your games are going to take place. So if you have a 10-team tournament, then let's say you may need 40 something games for all teams to play each other. You have to map out what days each of those games are gonna participate. So I mean, I hope it kind of gave them an understanding of like some of the administrative part of running a basketball tournament, how that goes. But a couple of them presented today, and I was thoroughly impressed with what I saw. So shout out to those kids that presented. And for those who didn't, you're gonna lose points. It's okay. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. You're gonna lose points, but you got until the next day. And every day that it's not handed in, you know what happens. But yeah, man, I was actually talking with my manager. I had to do an evaluation, and one of the questions was like, "What are you most proud of?" And I said like I'm happy to see like some of the creations that some of these kids made with just something that was an idea to me. So like taking some of these ideas that I had, building something with the kids, and having them create these projects has been something that I'm extremely proud of, and I'm happy that I had the chance to do it.
That's cool. You should scale one and be like my favorite one. I'm gonna use it and create that shit. Be like, yeah, you gotta help out in the summertime.
Say that again.
You should be like, yo, the favorite one, the best one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, listen, we're gonna try to use this model for a tournament in the summertime, and you gotta help out.
That'll be cool. But nah, because if you look at some of the budgets that they had, they was going crazy. One kid, shit was hilarious. One kid had the goal was it was admirable. Like he wanted to help kids in Nigeria. So that was like he was raising awareness about poverty in Nigeria. Beautiful. I'm completely on board. But this kid had 2 Rolls Royces, 130 iPads, 100 iPods or AirPods or something like that. He had I said the 2 Rolls Royces. He had 2 helicopters to video record. I mean to record the games. Like 10,000 backpacks. He had a lot. He had NBA players coming back to give back, but I like the fact that he was dreaming big. Like that's one thing that like I loved about it, is that like he didn't limit himself, and that's what I want my kids to do, is like never limit yourself. Like go as big as you, because who knows? You never know. You never know. Somebody may look at that proposal and be like, "Yo, that shit could end a big problem in a small country in Africa. Let's try to put some of this together." Maybe maybe not the Rolls Royces. That might be a bit expensive, but it's just the thought. It's the dreaming big. It's the not letting your mind be limited, which is what I enjoyed from seeing that one. So that was arguably my favorite one thus far, because he was the biggest dreamer.
Everybody else is more like realistic.
Realistic, yes and no. Like some kids did like the bare minimum, which is cool because it's like, you want to get your grade and get out. But then it's like I just loved when I see like creativity, and I see that you don't want to be like everybody else. Like let's say everybody else is doing their tournament in Dykeman, but you want to do your tournament in somewhere in Cali or somewhere in North Dakota. Like I like kids that are different. Not saying I like them more or less than the kids who aren't different, but the things that pique my interest are those who step outside the box.
When their brain starts to work and like, oh yeah, okay. I wonder why you picked this or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like I learned through the one that I just told you about. Like I learned more about that kid than I learned from other presentations that I saw, because it helped me step into like, why would you want to end poverty? Like that is what my thought process is. Like why do you feel like that's important? And not for kids here, but you're thinking about Nigeria. Like why? It makes me step into his world a little bit. But for those who keep it at like the basic level, I don't really build a stronger connection that we already have, because it's like, all right, you did it for the grade, which is cool. I'll give you your grade. You keep it pushing. Simple as that.
Are you opposed to letting them grade themselves?
No, I let them grade themselves.
Oh, okay. I met another teacher who said that too. It's like she's an art teacher.
Mhm.
She was like, I let I let them grade themselves, like whatever you feel like you did. She was like, and sometimes, no funny shit. Sometimes they'll be like, yo, I deserve a 70, or like they'll go low. Like
Yeah.
she's like, you'd be surprised that these kids are actually like looking at that work and like, no, I could have did better.
They know when they handed in bullshit. All kids do. They know. They know when it's bullshit. They know when it's last minute. They know when they could have did better. It all comes down to the expectations that you have for yourself, and then but you also have to factor in that these kids go through a lot.
Mhm.
They're in school all day, especially in our hours now. Like they're in school from 8 o'clock to some of them 6 p.m. doing work all day. So it's like I understand that it could be tiresome or whatever. And that's cool, but I try to give work to that you could be excited about
Yeah,
and
it's
want
not.
to do.
It's fun, but it's
Like
work.
you're learning things that
Mhm.
like you don't even realize you're learning until you go off to college. Like, oh shit, now I know how to do a Google presentation.
Mhm.
I know how to use an Excel spreadsheet. I know how to make a table with a Google Doc. Like these are things that like I'm not learning directly, but through doing assignments like this, I'm learning soft skills that I'm gonna need in the workforce. And I think it's gonna benefit them in the long run. And I didn't even realize that until like I started reflecting on it. I was like, oh shit, like I taught them how to use 3 different types of software. Oh, let me give myself a pat on the back. I taught them how to make a schedule for a basketball tournament. I didn't even think that was like a necessary skill, but who knows? Like, one kid may put together their own basketball tournament. That could happen. So that's the part that I'm loving about it. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there are things that I can improve on. Um, there are things that I can improve on that I will improve on over the summer when I reinvent the whole curriculum.
You gonna go
And
back in?
huh?
You gonna go back in and tweak it?
Yeah. Because I mean, there were
It was
so many ways.
This is the first year.
It's the first year, and I'm making everything on the fly. So it's like it's not like I had a summer to sit down and all right, this is going to be my syllabus, and these are all the units that we're going to cover, and this is how I'm going to measure whether or not like I didn't have that. So it was more so like, all right, this week we're doing this, or this is the next big thing I want them to learn or project I want them to do. Here are the little lessons we're going to take to get there. So that's kind of how this happened this year, but next year is going to be even better because I'm going to have more data to show that the curriculum is actually effective.
Mm.
Yeah, shout out to all the teachers, man. They don't pay us enough.
But you got 19 more teaching days, right?
Nah, we got less than that. We got region starts. It's definitely got to be less than 19 because region starts the 11th. So we got one, 2, 3, 4. Because Monday we have off 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 days of class left.
Why did you skip a whole week?
I didn't. Oh, did I? Yeah, I think I did.
Wait, I'm
1,
bugging.
2, 3, 4,
Uh-huh.
5, 6, 7, 8,
Right.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13. Oh, well, so little kids, they don't got regions.
No.
That's why. So they got like, yeah.
Yes, we got 13 days of classes
They
left.
get off the 21st, right?
Visa start, yeah. I think visa start the 14th. Then they go,
Then
I
that's
think,
it.
to the 20th. I think this is Reasons Week. And then I don't know what this week is going to look like at our school. But I don't think it's going to be class. It can't be classes because there's nothing on the line.
Shit feels like it's just fast.
Yeah, man, it's downhill from here now. Now it's downhill. It's downhill from here, baby. Woo-hoo!
You ready?
Ready.
for a little vacation?
I mean, it won't really be a vacation. I'm going to be working. So, but I mean, it'll be time out of there for a
Classroom,
while. Yeah, I won't have to worry about lesson planning and stuff like that for a while. But I am going to be working at the school for like 2 hours a day over the summer, potentially more if they offer. We got to talk about that. But at first I wanted to take the summer off. Like I was gonna take the summer off completely. Like no Kips Bay, no school, no nothing. But then every time I turn on the news, it's like these shortages, man. It's fucking scary. Like now, you saw we have a state of emergency.
The On what? For what? Baby formula?
Mhm.
But you seen in Mexico, there's no baby. They have shitload of baby formula, right?
I didn't know that.
There's like I seen somebody was like, oh, like that's a U.S. thing. It's not even like we got formula over here for days. Like packs and stacks and stacks and in a supermarket.
I don't understand what motive people could possibly have for this. Like, because they're only talking about it in New York City, which is super weird to me because usually if there's an issue in one major city, it's in multiple major cities. So I don't understand why New York would be the only city. And it's not even New York State, it's New York City that's in an official state of emergency for a shortage of baby formula. And I have no idea as to why it's only in New York City. Of course, my conspiracy brain starts going off, and I'm like, there got to be some type of bigger reasoning for this. But as of right now, to have this food shortage or this formula shortage, it's scary as hell. Like I feel bad for the parents that have newborns and the parents that gotta go to the hospital to get formula for their kids. And I saw that we just had a package dropped off from I think from Europe. A package just landed in New York from Europe with a bunch of baby formula. But I'm like, if they have it right there in Mexico, why we just can't get it from there?
Mm-hmm.
And don't get there sooner. So like for me, my conspiracy brain goes off. I start thinking, okay, maybe we got ties to Europe that could help fix some deals or move some money around to help this place out and to cover this up. And maybe that's what all of this is for, but at the expense of our children. That's demonic to me.
I don't know. I seen it on either like TikTok or like Shorty was walking in the store, and it was like stacks bigger than us, just formula everywhere. She's like, that's just a U.S. thing.
No, that's a New York City thing at this point.
Yeah, you know what? I haven't even thought about that. Like, I haven't seen a lot of other people in other places talking about it. Unless because we're in New York and we only see us complaining. I haven't seen anything else.
I feel like if it was a national issue, it would have been televised as that. Like, yo, there's food shortages or there's formula shortages everywhere. There would have been videos in Florida or videos in Texas or videos in Pennsylvania or videos in Indiana, but you don't see nothing like that. It's only in New York City.
Maybe we should get off this topic before they try to bring us turn our shit off again. Did they really take our shit down?
Yeah. Yep.
It's still down?
Mm-hmm.
We can't put it back up?
Nope.
That's crazy.
Nope. Censored.
They censoring us now.
Censored. Big tech.
It's all right. It'll be up on Patreon though.
Yeah, Kev tried to tell y'all.
that last episode will be up on Patreon.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Matter of fact,
Hold
I
this
definitely
up.
can do that. I'll download it, upload it on Patreon. Y'all can watch it there because we definitely spoke about some really good topics.
Yeah.
Oh, another interesting thing that I had a convo about this week. LeBron James' son. Did you hear about him?
Yeah, he like white girls.
But not only does he like white girls, he brought a white girl to prom.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Okay. Love is love.
Okay. I mean,
you can't just make like every black guy just like black women.
The thing that go ahead.
Like, it's not possible. I can't like I know white guys who hate white women. Like, you know what I mean? Like if he liked her, to hold this too. Are you on your way or?
That's funny.
I'm just saying, like, it's not. I just feel like people just trying to make it more of an issue than what it really needs to be.
Excuse me. I mean, of course they are because it's LeBron's son. It's not even about.
I think that's the.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with Bronny. It's the fact that it's LeBron's son, and it's another reason for him to be put in front of the mass media. But I also feel like the issue is with this is that people are making judgments about an 18-year-old kid based on the person he decided to go to prom with. Like, we don't even know the back. We don't know if
could have been just friends.
Could have been just friends. This could have been a girl. He might have just, yo, you not going with nobody. Fuck, I'll just go with you. Like, I ain't gonna let you. Like, we don't know. We don't know the backstory, but people are assuming. Another point. How many people do we know that went to prom together that ended up getting married and having kids together? very small percentage. Like most people who go to prom together don't get married, don't have kids together, don't really talk to each other too
Most
much.
people go to prom together, they're not really together.
Exactly. So it's
Like
like,
there's a handful that I'm gonna go with my girl. I didn't even go with my girl to my prom. I went with one of my friends.
Exactly. And it's like people use this as an opportunity to poke bullshit at a kid. Like that's the part that was getting me upset. Like I seen 20, 30, 40-year-olds going on the internet on the World Wide Web to talk about an 18-year-old kid choosing to go to prom, an 18-year-old black boy going to prom with a white girl. That right there to me is sick. Like you're taking like what do you have going on in your life that's going on so great that you can go online and say that this boy should be doing this because he's black? Too often people try to push this whole the culture got to be this way or the culture got to be that way. Like what are you doing in your life that's so important that we should follow you? But you're going to go online and talk about this kid. You're going to go online. I've seen people also go online and try to say LeBron James is a bad parent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? Did we forget the I Promise School? Did we forget the millions of dollars that he gave to Akron, Ohio, and kids all around the country?
I don't
the
think
world?
I honestly, like you said, I don't think it's a Bronny issue. I
It's
think it's
not.
a LeBron issue. They just doing it because that's LeBron's son.
But it kind of is a Bronny issue too. Well, yes, you're 1,000% right on that. But I think it's also a Bronny issue to people because they feel like he's making these decisions because of how LeBron raised him.
Yeah, where he lived and what school he went to.
Yeah,
and all
even
that
with that, like
even with that, what if there was like he just like white girls in that school? It was just mad white. Sorry, I was about to say, but what if there's white girls in the school?
Yourself.
Yeah, I did catch myself.
Caught yourself. Good shit.
I'm getting better.
Wow.
The manual. Why?
Wow. That's crazy. Yo, that's crazy.
I'm just saying, like we don't even know, but you can't you can't keep on telling everybody they got to follow one certain way when nobody is doing that. Not even the people that's doing that. Like I had this friend, right, and he will watch all these videos. Like I used to think he hated women, and he is like he'll watch these videos of these guys like saying, "Oh yeah, man, you got to be the alpha. Like you can't let a girl do this, you can't let a girl do that." Come to find out, the dude that he's listening to is married and do all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, people, you want to tell people what to do and how to feel and do all this shit when you're not even doing that shit.
Because people forget that social media is a business and people go on there to make content to make you like and share and retweet and comment. That's all this social media shit is. It's all a game. Most people that are on social media don't have a care in the world about you and don't care about how any of their content is going to affect you. And then for this, to close on this Bronny topic, it's like,
we'll bring it back up when the manual comes.
Yeah, for sure. And the reason why I didn't like it is because they were poking fun at a kid, which I feel like Warren said in the past, kids should be off limits. Like that's somebody's child. Kids should be off limits. And to use this as an opportunity to say LeBron James is a bad parent. Oh, and there's another thing that you brought up that BX Avatar also discussed when we had our IG live a few days ago. He was like, why do people just automatically jump to the conclusion that because this is a LeBron James son, he went to school with predominantly white people or went to school with no black people? Black people are in those circles too. There were black boys and girls that go to those schools too.
I forgot. I was hearing somebody talk about this the other day too. After Yasin Yah talk about it, and maybe this was on too. It's like, oh yeah, but LeBron has black friends. Why can't he show Bronny that he got to be around black kids or some shit like that? And I was like, what?
Bro, his mother's black. Like,
and then I seen something else. It's like that she's Mexican, right? She's Mexican and black.
The girl?
His LeBron's wife. She's
Savannah?
Yeah, she's Mexican.
Well, I don't know.
I didn't. I'm like these people. Like this is too much. But
It's
then
ridiculous.
like you have like the internet now these days is just what the fuck are we gonna argue about today?
Yeah, because it's all about clickbait. It's
Yep.
all about how much traffic I can drive to my page without paying for advertisement. That's all it is. Because there's people that's gonna pay for advertisement that get the views, that get the likes, that get the shares. There's people that's gonna pay for it, and there's people that's gonna clickbait to try to get you those same views, likes, shares, and retweets without paying for the advertisement. That's all the war is on social media. How can I get you to my page without paying for advertisement? And for those who pay for the advertisement, how can I get more views on my page despite me paying $200 a week for advertising?
She's not Mexican. Why did Jack? Yeah, you just like when you look at these shits and you go like I like to look at it and just read the comments and see what people are saying, and like they just say like the most outlandish shit.
Mhm.
Like it just is. It's ridiculous sometimes. Some of shits is funny though.
I agree.
But some of them be fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
but
I mean that's one thing I love about the internet is just going on and exploring nonsense. But at the same time, it's like when I see stuff like this, I feel like I gotta say something like, no, that's not okay. That's not okay.
especially when you're an adult.
Yeah, like you and a dog talking about an 18-year-old kid, like that's not cool. We gotta stop that. These are kids. Let kids be kids and let kids do kid things. As long as he's not hurting anybody or being or demeaning any women, or as long as he's not doing anything like that, which he's never been in the media of doing, let's just let this kid be a kid. Like he's literally doing the same thing his father did when he was a kid, which was stay out of trouble.
What if it was like the other way around?
What? If it was his daughter?
Yeah, and then she took a white boy. Think it'll be the same?
I think so. I think so. Because it's coming from a population that feels like black people can only do this, and that population of people is never going anywhere. Like there's always going to be a population of our people who say this is what black people are supposed to be. They're going to try to box us in and say that if you don't do this, you're not black. I mean, we have somebody that is currently the leader of the free world who said that. But hey, that's neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is, there's always going to be people out there that saying black people should not do this, or black people don't do this, or black people should behave this way. And if you listen to those people, you're going to box yourself in, and you're going to become somebody that deep down inside you're going to hate because you won't be your natural self.
Give me a famous white person. Very famous white person.
Jack Harlow.
All right, somebody with a kid.
Mm.
Jack Harlow, right? And his son or the black girl to the prom, would it be a difference?
I would say only reason I would say no is because
I'm just saying let's put the same type of personality or like celebrity status that LeBron is with a white kid taking a black girl to prom. Would it be a discussion?
Would it be a discussion? Someone of LeBron James' stature. So
I just can't really pick nobody.
Let's say Trump.
No, Trump is always going to be a conversation piece, so we can't.
Okay.
Like somebody that's not going to be like I don't know somebody that's as as big as him.
What about Messi, the soccer player?
He's Spanish.
Oh, he's Spanish.
Ronaldo's Spanish, I think. I don't know what he is. Yeah, he's Spanish. But I'm just saying, like somebody in that stature. Just
Mike Trout.
Yeah, fuck it. Baseball, right?
Yeah.
He's nobody. A lot of people don't know who he is, but we do. And his son took a black girl to prom.
I don't think
would it be a big issue? So why is this issue?
Because it's not
that wasn't a question. That was just like
okay.
But you can answer it.
I mean, I didn't know. You kind of left me just like I don't know if that was alley-oop or
that was oop. I'm just saying, but like,
nah. I mean, I feel like it's because it's our people that we critique ourselves so much. We critique ourselves more than any other culture that's out there. Like, I don't see, at least online, right? Like, I don't see Asian Twitter being like, "You not Asian because you didn't do this," or white Twitter like, "You not white because you didn't do that." Like, not as much as we do it to ourselves. Maybe because like I'm more so on Black Twitter more, But from what I see online, it's like I don't see other cultures just pushing each other and knocking each other down like we do ourselves. Because I feel like it was a lot of our own people that was judging his son, unfortunately.
It was just more mad than anything.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if this was like the early 1900s and we started seeing it with like the most famous white people, then we would have been seeing more white people go on like, you're sleeping with them and you're killing the race and all that. You would have seen more of that. But I feel like in 2022, I don't even think they really give. If they do give a fuck, they don't say it out loud.
Oh no, they can't.
Yeah, exactly. And that right there is a difference. Like,
Yeah.
they can't say it out loud because they'll be deemed racist. We can say it out loud and not be deemed racist. I think that's the difference.
But I also think that when you're saying it out loud, you're not saying it to her, you're saying it to him. About him.
What do you mean?
Like they're going at Brandi, they're not going at the white girl.
Okay.
Or he's not part of the culture. You're going at LeBron. I don't really.
Well, that's interesting now that you say that because
they're not going at the white girl. You're going at him. You're going at.
But that's what I'm saying. It's black. It's his own community, his own culture that's going at him. I don't see the white community saying anything about this white girl doing that. Oh, he called Buffalo.
Got you.
People were more shocked because LeBron and Savannah are black love, so the black community wasn't expecting that from LeBron. You shouldn't have any expectations on a kid. It's a kid. Like if the kid says tomorrow, I don't want to play basketball again, it would not shock me. This person is a kid. They have emotions. He has, first of all, LeBron James' son is one of 0.00000 a million zeros 1% of people who are the sons of arguably the greatest NBA player ever, right? So you have Jordan, you have LeBron, you have Dr. J, you have Wilt, you have Kareem. That's like the creme de la creme, the Mount Rushmore for the most part, right? And then their sons, if they have any. Like that small community, that's a very small community of kids that we're talking about, right? So they're walking a different lifestyle that 99% of the people who are on this planet cannot fathom what it's like to be the son of arguably the greatest player of all time. Bronny has walked this fine line for his entire life since he was born, right? Since he was born. No, but Kobe has girls
though.
Kobe has girls. So you're walking this fine line of I'm Bronny, but at the same time I'm LeBron James' son. Oh,
there we go.
He's here. So there's Bronny, and then there's LeBron James' son, right? So now with that, I'm also carrying the torch of being my father's child because I'm a junior and being his own man. And I feel like LeBron said, I forgot what interview it was, right? He said something along the lines of, one of the toughest decisions I made was the fact that I gave my son, my first son, my name. And he regretted that, right? So because he did that, everybody's always going to compare him to his son, whether it be consciously or subconsciously. Anything that Bronny does is going to be compared to LeBron. So now there's even, I think, pictures out there of LeBron's prom date, which I don't even know if it was a black woman, a white woman, whatever, white girl, and people are comparing his prom date to Bronny's prom date. And it's like, bro, all right, LeBron went to prom with a white woman and he married Savannah. So what are y'all going to say about that? So that's my whole point with that, man. Welcome, my brother.
What's going on?
Peace, love, and hair grease.
Man of the hours here.
Or is it love, peace, and hair grease? Something like that, right?
I don't know, nigga. I don't know.
Welcome to Manual.
What's good?
Tap your mic. Pause. All right, we good. All right, yeah. So you said don't talk about it.
I was kind of parched, bro. I was kind of parched.
Welcome, brother.
Nah, yeah, this shit is mad stupid, bro. Like, that people are even taking this shit serious. I was trolling, by the way. Like, I don't give a fuck about any of this shit. Like, I was dead ass trolling. Like, I find it actually dumb that people give a fuck about this shit. Cause it's like, bro, who the fuck gives who gives a shit if fucking Brandi went to prom with a white girl? Like, no one cares. Like,
But they do. That's the problem. Like,
but it's like, what do you care for? Like, I don't even talk to shorty I went to prom with in high school. Middle school, I went with my best friend. We weren't even like we were literally just best friends, went together. Like, it doesn't even, just because you went to prom with the person doesn't mean you're dating them. Like, people just be wilding. And again, it's a kid. Like, I made up a post because I saw like just mad post about it, like, on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. It was mad black women mad. There was a lot of niggas too mad about it too, like the Dr. Umar ass niggas. Like, them niggas was mad about it too. But it was a lot of just women mad about it. And I'm just like, yo, black women really mad because Brandi took a white girl to prom instead of them. Because it's just like, it, like you were saying, it was like 30, 40, mad old. And I'm just like, what you mad about? Like, you mad because Brandi not taking you to prom, nigga? Like, you want to go to prom with Brandi? That's what you so upset about or some shit? You mad because this little white girl got the chance and he didn't take you or something? Like, what's up? Like, same for the niggas, bro. Like, you mad because either Brandi not taking you to prom with him or you not in the same predicament as Brandi is in. Like, you wasn't in the same predicament in your point in life as Brandi's in or some shit. Like, what's up, bro? Like, niggas is wilding. Like, that shit is just mad goofy. Like, the fact that niggas is so mad about this shit, bro. It's like, yo.
And that's what I said. She said, I feel bad for the girl in the pic. I can imagine how she feels, right? But like they're not going against, they're not saying nothing about her.
What if Brandi low-key gay? And this is his best friend.
That's it. Yeah.
Like, not saying like that is the case, but like hypothetically,
who knows?
we haven't seen Brandi with like a significant other in terms of media. So what if this nigga was gay and this bitch is dead ass his best friend and he just keeping up fucking appearances, going to prom with her? Like, niggas don't know nothing about these niggas' lives, but want to get upset about their life, their life choices. Like,
Go ahead,
what is there to get upset about? You don't know them personally in life. You don't know these niggas.
Where's the same anger for formula shortages?
Don't send me on a rant on that. Because of the whole fucking abortion shit too, pro-life, pro-choice. Niggas is trying to troll pro-lifers about formula shortages. Like, everybody want to force us to have babies, but there's like formula shortages and all of that shit like that. Like, nigga, the niggas who are causing the formula shortages are the niggas who want you to get abortions. Like, it's the same niggas, bro. Like, they call you ain't gonna tell me America has formula shortages, my nigga, unless it comes from incompetent leadership who's not doing the right thing. Because there's no reason America should ever be in a predicament to have formula shortages. Like, I'm sorry, we're too advanced of a country to go through some shit like that.
That's a fact.
Like, that's literally some third world shit. Like,
so why do you think we're in the predicament that we're in?
Niggas do shit on purpose, bro. You know me.
The world is a stage. The world is a stage. But that's the part I don't get. Like, what benefit does anybody get out of having a formula shortage?
Did you see the TikTok that I was talking about?
What?
I think that it was in Mexico, and she was like, we don't have a formula shortage over here. It's only a U.S. thing. And she was showing like all the stacks and the supermarket, like stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of formula for every brand too, not just one brand. Every brand has stacks.
I can believe it because I be seeing posts from people from other countries talking about we don't have the shortages here. So if you need something, just you could send me your address or whatever, and you could buy it from us or something like. So I've seen
confusing.
posts like that. So I don't believe it, bro. Fuck Biden. Let's go, Brandon. Whatever you want to say,
bruh. Well, what about Ramon? Shout out to Ramon.
Say it right though.
Say what right?
When you read it, just say
his name.
No, read the
comment. Wade's son is a transformer. We shouldn't care that much. Well, damn. Oh, I mean, we was talking about LeBron's son. Did you bring up?
They did care about that though. Remember Warren went on a rant about that.
What was it about?
It was about
commenting on kids though, right?
Yeah, and the kids kissing at 16 or something like that.
Well, I think his issue was with.
I feel like there's more public backlash or more public outcry in this situation compared to that one, though.
Yeah, because there was more sympathy for Wade's son than it was like
anger.
Backlash. Huh?
There was more sympathy or whatever from the black community. There was obviously some people out there like shaming them, but you know, there was more sympathy from the black community or the minority community. I felt like versus this is just like angry, like fuck white people. What you doing? Like,
yeah, that's interesting.
Looking at him like a Uncle Ruckus type shit.
But do you think? I think that was because of like the rollout and how it had. Like I think we were there. Like it wasn't just one day. Wade's son was Zaire or whatever. Zion, I think, whatever their name was at first, and then became whatever their name is now. And we didn't know. Like I feel like it was a gradual process of okay, now the kid is identifying as something else, and then now the kid wants to sex change, and now the kid is doing this, and now the kid went through the process, and now the kid's name is like we saw the gradual process. With the prom, it was like somebody just dropped the pick, boom, Bronny's going to prom with a white woman. LeBron, you failed as a father.
Yeah, but that's what prom is. Prom just come out of nowhere. Like you wanted to see this nigga ask her, go tuck shopping. Go have behind the foot scenes vlog of her going dress like what niggas want it, nigga. Like you don't know these niggas, and they don't live a Kardashian life. You're not gonna get that.
That's true too.
Did y'all hear? Did y'all have anything else about this topic?
Nah, I was just waiting for him to get here.
Did you have anything else? Did y'all hear about the Dr. King comments from the B. Simone and I forgot the other woman's name.
Oh yeah,
let me play
about the good father type of shit.
Yeah, this one, man. Like again, saying stuff that's gonna get people to click on your channel. This definitely got me on B. Simone's channel. Shout out to B. Simone too.
She always go viral every once in a while off of suffering or something.
This is it right here.
What's more important, the fact that Martin Luther King is the man that fought for freedom or the fact that he was cheating on his wife? Jesus. I'm going to give you this example. He's a great father. He's a great businessman. He's a great CEO. He's an entrepreneur. He's such a boss. He's a boss. Look at that man. He's a boss. He's a great father. Look at him, that strong black man. Look at him being at his kid's game. But you're cheating on your wife. You're not a good husband. But he's great in all these other aspects. How are you a great leader, a great CEO, a great black man? You're not great. You're not great. God, you're not. That is triggering. Yeah, I'm a good dad. You're not a good dad because you don't respect me. How the fuck you showing these kids you a good father and you don't respect their mother? You're not a great dad, my nigga. You're an okay human. Someone being a good person to you means they're a good person to you. Someone being a good person to
Oh.
Now it's done.
All right. Should I play it again?
No.
Y'all got it? Reactions. All right, first of all, calling Dr. Martin Luther King the N-word, like my N-word is low-key, like we gotta have some.
That's crossing boondock territory.
Yeah, and it's like even in that, like that's first of all, let me preface everything I'm about to say. I'm attacking the idea, not the person. Shout out to the two queens on the podcast. They're doing really well. They're getting views, likes, shares, retweets, all of that stuff, and hopefully it gets monetized and they make a lot of money from I don't wish them any harm. Now, with that one being said, calling Dr. Martin Luther King my N-word is just not. Nah, there's certain boundaries we gotta have when it comes to our leaders. Like that's insane. Like this is literally what the Boondocks was talking about. What would happen in the future, right? We would start disrespecting our leaders. We wouldn't care about them. The people that he died for are disrespecting that man, right? He died so that way our people can have a better day. He put his life on the line so that way our schools get integrated, black people will be treated fairly, we can sit on the back of the bus, have all these social integrations that he wanted. He also wanted black people and poor people to come together and fight for rights and equality. And he actually got things changed, got laws changed in America. Like in a country that was by law racist against black people. He got laws changed. So now, does that diminish anything that he did with his family? No. And I actually remember when his son came to our school, right? MLK III came to our school and we met him and had dinner with him and all that stuff. And I remember somebody on our campus put out this one, Facebook was out, put out a post like y'all praising this man, MLK III, for what he does for the community, but he did something with his mom, like bashed his mom, or like him and his mom didn't get along according to the post. And I'm like, I get the family stuff, but I feel like the family and the legacy, although they're intertwined, I don't feel like because he did what he did in that regard, just erases everything he did for humanity. Like, we're talking about arguably the most impactful person of the modern human era.
I is a good person to tie into that. If you know Chris Rivers, Big Pun son, like Scheme, Cancer knows him and shit like that because they went to high school together.
I know.
And he like admires the fuck out of his dad, right? It's Big fucking Pun. Like,
Yeah.
But at the same time, he also talks about how his dad wasn't shit family wise. But yet that doesn't stop him from still showing his love and gratitude that he had for his father. So there are ways to separate the two. Another example is nobody. I'll smack the shit out of anybody if they try to tell me like Hitler wasn't a great leader. That nigga was a phenomenal leader. If you could get a whole country of niggas to believe wiping out a whole race is going to solve this country problems, you are a fantastic leader. Does that make you a good person? No. But you're a great leader to get a whole fucking race of niggas on board with you.
Yeah.
So it's like, you have a point. He wasn't a great husband, but history doesn't care about his marriage.
There you go. I think it's as simple as that. I feel like they're intertwined, and yes, because it's Dr. Martin Luther King, and then he was known for being the husband of Coretta Scott King, and so that is going to coincide with each other. But at the same time, I feel like because that happened, and not only did it happen, they worked through it. So like, why didn't that part be talked about enough? Like, I don't know if they dove into that in the pod, but they worked through it. It's not like that was the breaking point and then they got divorced and went their separate ways. Like, they worked through it. They overcame it, to my understanding. And then he still continued to do whatever it was that he wanted to do with his life. But to say that he was a horrible leader, like you said, like Hitler had the whole country following him. Like Dr. King had people in America, had people in Europe, had people in Asia, had people in Australia, had people in Mexico. Like, he had people around the world looking at what was going on in America and saying, yo, that shit ain't right. Like you can't. I don't understand how you could look and say that person is a bad leader because of that. Because he cheated on his wife. That just diminishes everything that he did. Everything. We're gonna burn all the textbooks. Take Dr. Martin Luther King out the schools. We're not learning about him anymore. He wasn't an American patriot. He wasn't a savior. He didn't do all of this stuff because he cheated on his wife. That doesn't even sound logical to me. Even if Dr. King was to have murdered dogs, you don't take.
Niggas still fuck with Vic, bro.
Exactly. Exactly. I wasn't gonna say no names, but yes, exactly. Even if Dr. King killed a nigga, let's just say he did that. Still Dr. King.
Niggas still fuck with the baby. Any scenario you can throw out there, there is a nigga that exists who is famous that niggas fuck with. If a nigga kills his wife, niggas still fuck with OJ. Like, nigga, like.
Yo, that's real shit. That's real shit. That's real. That's real, bro. That's real. I just feel like you can't erase Dr. King from the history books, no matter how hard you try. I don't think his name should be slandered. Like, if you want to say he's a bad husband, he's a bad husband. But to say that's my nigga, I'm like, nah, we gotta have some respect. We gotta have some respect for the doc. R.I.P. Dr. King.
Man, if his wife ain't saying he a bad husband, I don't care what you say. Like, that's not your husband.
Yeah, that's true.
Simple as that.
If you show me a video of Coretta, that's her name, Coretta Scott King.
Coretta Scott King.
If you show me a video of Coretta Scott King saying her husband bad, then I'll take her word.
It's a fact.
That's not your husband, bro. You wasn't married to that nigga, bro.
What if they had an understanding? What if they had an understanding?
They worked through it.
Like Michael Blackson.
Nah, that's different.
But I'm just saying, that's
different. That's different.
Listen, I'm never gonna be faithful. Just you gonna fuck with me, or you gonna fuck with me. I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna go do these rallies, I'm gonna still fuck some bitches. And what if she was like, all right, cool.
Nah, that's wild. This nigga was
knocking
down hoes.
Yeah, that's not right.
We're gonna march to the Capitol, and then afterwards, I'm getting some pussy. Like, this nigga was out here knocking down.
Well, I'm just saying, what if she already knew?
I mean, I think according to the movie Selma, the way she found out was somebody recorded it.
Oh,
and played the record. No, like audio recorded it. And they play.
On wired.
They took the audio and they played it in front of her. And in the movie, I don't know if this is true in real life, but in the movie, she didn't believe it at first. She's like, "That's not my husband." Blah blah blah. And it sounded like Doctor. So it kind of sounded like Dr. King. And then, that's kind of like how they rolled about her finding out. But how they made it through or past that, I don't remember the movie portraying it. But they didn't get a divorce. So she stuck with it. Y'all millennial women can't handle that. If you really want to talk about it, y'all, yeah, let's go there.
He said,
Grandma used to handle that. Mom used to handle that. All right, you had your one little F up. There's no plan B for this shit.
That's my boy. This nigga's stupid.
Yo, that's crazy. Get some air. That's funny. That's crazy. But yeah, man. That's it's different. It's different.
I want to hear those wiretaps.
No, you don't.
This nigga a freak, bro. I'm trying to hear how Dr. King was getting down.
I want to hear what he's saying. That shit is funny. Y'all just
watch Selma. You never seen Selma?
Nah.
Selma's a great movie.
Yeah, it was good, bro.
Selma's a phenomenal movie out there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. Everybody go watch Selma tonight. Matter of fact, what's the score?
Oh, it's so good.
We losing? Celtics.
Nah, you up.
Let's go! Fucking go, man. Carry on.
You have 30.
I know.
They
We
still
here.
come back though.
Hell no, they're not coming back. If they come back, I'll burn everything Celtics related in my home.
It's the third quarter.
Oh, it's 2-1.
Yeah, it's a must win. We're going to punch them. Then we're going to beat them in Miami. Then we're going to close it out in Boston. Then we're going to go to the finals. Then we're going to beat the Mavs.
Beat the Mavs?
I didn't stutter. Well, I kind of did. But you
Ain't
get
the
my
Mavs
point.
down 3-0?
And we're going to beat the Mavs in the finals.
The Mavs are down 3-0.
And we're going to beat the Mavs in the finals.
The Mavs doing 4 straight.
Nigga living in the multiverse. Like,
hey, man.
You seeing Doctor Strange type possibilities and shit.
I had a dream.
Yeah, y'all gotta play the Warriors and
we're gonna beat the Warriors. We're gonna do the unthinkable.
I mean, I have no ties to any of this, so I don't give a damn who wins. But them Warriors, man, they looking very nostalgic. Very Warriors dynasty like.
That's cool.
Having the young niggas I'm talking about the original, not the KD Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Not when Snake Man came in. But the original shit, like when niggas were like Harrison Barnes was stepping up and shit like that, like the original Warriors. You got Jordan Poole, but these niggas, Draymond Green even looking good again. He hasn't looked good in a he looked decent. Like he looked Draymond Green, but
he said
that's also because 2 years they was out without.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they looking like very, was it like 2015, 2014?
They looking good, but I think they're beatable.
No, I do think they're beatable. I don't think they ever.
They will be beatable.
I don't think the team of now is better than the team of back then.
I said,
but
Dallas wins next game in Dallas. They gotta win one in Dallas. If they get, it's a possibility that they could win the next one in Golden State.
Who got the advantage? Well, I mean, they have the advantage. But like, who has the advantage in the series?
Golden State.
So you think they?
No, I say next game is in Dallas. I think they win the next game. They win one game in this series. I don't think they get swept.
The truth is being spoken about. That's why. listen to the gospel.
I think they win. I think they win in Dallas. Either they I think they lose in Golden State. If they win Golden State and they get the momentum and they win back in Dallas, it's a good game 7. It's a lot of ifs though.
Like I said, none of that should happen, bro.
I think they win the next game.
First of all, NBA scripted.
That's why he's saying they win.
NBA scripted. I don't think I see them giving Luka LeBron-like accolades this early in his career. Like coming back down 3-0 was something crazy, and then LeBron did it in the finals. Niggas was like, "Oh shit, what the like?" Luka's still young. Like you got a little time. You got a little time.
I say goes to game 5.
I don't think they win in the series though.
We'll see the Mavs in the finals.
You really believe in the Mavs like that?
I do.
Damn. I fuck with the Mavs.
I had the Mavs
I fuck with
too,
them. I do fuck with them. I like their squad, but I don't know.
Believe.
I feel like they exhausted their energy in that Suns.
Possibly.
In that Suns series.
It took a lot out of them, but I believe. Man, if you're watching, take the link, share with somebody that you know. Make sure you like this video, please. Like the video, please. Like the video, please. Take the link, share with one person that you know. 40 Central Podcast. We here. Make sure you subscribe to our Patreon. Download the app. Shout out to Leisha, who just became a patron. We appreciate you. Let's give you a round of applause. There's 3 packages you can get. $5 package if you would just want to be a friend of the show and just chill out, vibe out with us. Then you have the $10 Buffalo package, and then you have the $25 package. That's the premium package. The big cable box package. You can get all the exclusive content up there, and we'll definitely be working this summer to get you some really, really dope content. We're gonna have some documentaries on there, some exclusive interviews on there. Um, we're working on getting an exclusive interview with a boxer. Hopefully we can get that locked in soon. That's gonna be a nice one to have on Patreon. And yeah, if you know anybody who is looking to collaborate, who needs content, we have a studio. We'll be willing to help. You know, we'll bring our equipment wherever it needs to go. We're trying to record some stuff. Let's make it happen. I want to do a short film. I want to do a short film this summer.
You look like you got like a lot of scripts written.
I was actually working on a script.
Right? Like he has like mad shit in his head that
It's
he
got
knows
a
that- yeah. Like,
That's the toughest part because like I used to love writing. Like when I was in like elementary school and like my teacher would give like essays and stuff like that, like I would write like mini books, like 13, 14, 15 pages. And I used to love like
how much did
fictional
you need
writing.
to write?
Like a page, 2 pages.
I would have just give you an A.
Yeah, like
teacher.
yeah.
I'm not reading it.
Yeah, I don't think my teacher like read them. I don't think she would ever read them. But I used to love like creating my own world and having characters and stuff like that. And I used to love it. And I think as I got older, I think technology kind of like killed my love for writing in a weird way. Because once I started doing more of this as opposed to writing with my pen, like once I got to like high school, I just stopped writing.
Even though you would think it would make it easier.
Yeah, but the relationship that you have with the pen and the pad is different than you have between your thumbs and the screen.
That's what what's that girl? What's her name that came on here? She was like saying that the poet.
Oh, Ramya.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ramya. Shout out to Ramya. She's nice.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Like I was sitting in the crib and I was just changing the channel and you know what movie was on? Ready
Avengers?
Player One. I watched Avengers like all week. That shit
No.
been on all week. Ready Player One. You seen Ready Player One?
Mhm.
That's exactly what the fuck is happening right now, I guess, with the
I don't know what that
Oculus
is.
and all that shit. What'd you say?
Kinda like a alpha version of.
But like
that.
it could go towards that and
Oh yeah, like if
but
they
like,
if
no,
they
even then they ordered stuff on the shit. Came to the crib.
I mean, they're definitely exploring those ideas. Like McDonald's is trying. I think I spoke about it before. McDonald's is trying to find a way.
You never seen
that
the movie?
Mhm.
Oh, it's correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember the whole shit. But it's they have like it's a game that they play inside the game. Like they go avatars, they go in the game and shit like that. But the whole concept of it was basically that they had to like do a challenge to win those shit and whatever. Fuck all that. I'm just
Mhm.
saying, like I was watching it and I'm just thinking about like all the shit that he told us about like we go in the Oculus and go sit down and go vibe out and chill and do a podcast in there, whatever like that. Like they was just chilling in the club. But I mean, it was more advanced for what we got. But I was just looking at him like that shit could be exactly what they trying to head to.
McDonald's was trying to figure out a way that you could go to a McDonald's in the metaverse and order food, and it comes to your house like IRL and shit like that. So
Yeah.
in real life, so
They did that in the movie. Like, how old is that movie?
didn't that shit come on like 2017, 16?
Whatever.
I have no idea.
It was
Pretty old, eh?
and it was in the 2010s.
So that means it was definitely futuristic.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. Watch that movie Choppy.
Choppy with the robot.
Yeah. That is a very futuristic movie. And I just saw on Instagram on the metaverse page that they are working on soul tokens.
What is that?
SOL.
I think it's
Solana?
SBT. I think it's called. I'll find it and send it to you. But basically like it's a soul token. And what it'll do is it'll essentially like NFT or blockchain your voice, your mannerisms, phrases that you say, things like that. And then it'll put it on some type of like device where like if you talk to it, it'll respond as if it were you. So saying that like, for example, you say like a phrase like, "Oh, I love that." Right? Say that's like your phrase, and you usually say it after you hear something like about a movie based on Avengers or whatever. "Oh, I like that." it'll take your voice, it'll take your the vibrations that you have, everything that comes with your voice and the way that you think. It'll blockchain it, put on an NFT, put it in some type of device, and your soul will essentially be there forever. So that's one way it's going to be used. And then another way it's going to be used is by blockchaining your credentials. So say, for example, you have a high school diploma, right? Right now, if I could print out a high school diploma and the naked eye can't really tell if it's fake or real, right? But now with the soul token, that one high school diploma that you have will be the only one because it's based off an NFT or a blockchain. So that will always be tied to you. So that's easy to verify. Same thing with resumes. Like now, if you say that you've done something or you have a certification, it'll be tied to a blockchain, which could be verified. So these are all different ways, and soul tokens will be always connected to you and your credentials. And I saw that to connect it with Choppy. Choppy in the movie, they took the consciousness of a human and put it in a robot through what it looked like at the time through blockchaining. Through these combinations of different numbers and stuff like that. They took the numbers, put it into the robot, and now the person was consciously living through the robot forever. Welcome to the land of Choppy. Watch Choppy on Netflix, man. I'll never forget that movie. Woke me up.
And Ready Player One. Yeah, they had the suit. She was like, you could somebody touch you. I mean, they got that shit now. They made the hand shit.
What?
Like the for the metaverse, they made the hand that you could go touch shit and you feel it, right?
Oh yeah,
in that show, they had the whole body suit, you could feel everything.
The real life is going to be the metaverse eventually. We're gonna the same way we spend 16, 15 hours a day on this shit right here. It's gonna be like that in the metaverse.
And I guess that we're gonna turn into that movie where all the niggas is fat. That
see why not.
movie. What's that shit? They live in space and they just fat and they just move around. They just do everything from their seat.
Mm-hmm. Only people I knew that lived in the future for a cartoon was the Jetsons.
Nah, it's a movie.
Oh, I definitely don't know that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, shout out to Choppy. That was a movie that awoke in me about NFTs and blockchaining, and I didn't even know what it was at the time, and the movie still sticks with me to this day. And soul tokens. Make sure y'all listen out for soul tokens, because soul tokens may be coming out next. Nah, you not with it?
You remember the fat people in Wall-E?
I never seen Wall-E.
I hated that movie.
Never seen Wall-E.
I forget it then.
Why you not feeling it?
It's the same to me as because with Elon Musk, the whole Twitter deal thing, his big thing about it is compared to Twitter's public filings, there's no way to really verify the amounts of bots on Twitter. Because we know you don't got to be on Twitter to know botting is a problem on whatever fucking social media platform you use.
Mm-hmm.
If it's Facebook, you got that fucking white nigga with the beard that always commented, "You won." Everybody know who the fuck I'm talking about.
Yep.
That nigga with the American background, American flag background with the beard and the hat.
I was trying to figure out who that was for the longest.
Huh?
I was trying to figure out who that was for the longest.
That nigga always be commenting, "You've won" on some shit. That's Facebook. I bot shit crazy. You got the Instagram, all the thought as thirsty bot profiles that just be under every comment section. That should be annoying.
I have every day. I get a lot of those followers.
That should be happening to me too. I just ignore them and eventually they unfollow.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't engage the profile.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
But fucking.
Yeah, I was showing him the other day. Well, I don't know if they all bots or whatever like that. But I put a reel up, and most of the people that like that, I had no idea who they was.
It's because of the sound.
There was no sound.
Sound for the reel? You didn't make a reel off of a sound or something like that?
I put a song. But how did nobody?
If it's a popular song,
it's not. It's it's a popular to us. It's just one of my main songs.
Oh, so I don't know.
Like it was like I was looking at the shit and
Like for example, like when I make reels, I make it off of a popular sound.
and then
People
it goes,
scrolling through the sound can see the video and then they'll just like it.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, these people that was like, they definitely don't know who Cap and Rick are. Like, but he was telling me some shit. It's like I don't know how to work none of that shit no more.
But yeah, so Elon thing was if he does buy Twitter, he wanted to find a way to either it be everybody gets verification badges or there's a way to like somehow biometric identify yourself on the platform to kind of weed out who's a human and who's a bot. Like so for example, you know how like you go into your phone, Face ID, boom. So maybe you would need Face ID to access Twitter or something like that. Which is wild to me because it's just like that's moving in the whole like digital identification direction. And I feel like once we get there, like times is really gonna get scary because that's kind of where the way China's living and just other places and shit's gonna just be easier to control people the moment everything's digital.
So I guess the issue that I'm having with the whole bot thing, right? Why are bots bad for social media?
Because you don't. It's fake engagement. For example, as an artist, why would I want bot followers or bot views? Like that doesn't gain me anything. The views, sure, to somebody may look good, but if there's no like, if there's no comment behind it, or if it is a bot subscriber, if I get 100 bot subscribers in like a week, but then in 3 weeks I got 25 of them left. Like, what's the point of having fake engagement? It's not genuine, real engagement. Nobody wants to go to a comment section. When I go to the comment section, I want to read real comments. I don't want to read, what would you do if me and you was alone right now? Like, I'm not trying to see that. Like, I didn't come here for that. If I go on a post of a nigga dying, I don't want to see why do guys always go to the bathroom when they see my pictures? Like, I'm not trying to see that on a picture of a nigga dying. Like, and it kind of ruins the platform. It's not real engagement.
What about like when you see like a person they have like 50,000 followers, but they get like 150 likes? Is that like a real that's not a real page, right? Or is it like that's
I be seeing pages that be having 1 million followers, meme pages with 1 million followers, and then they'll post something along those lines, have like 20,000 views, 5,000 likes, and 100 comments, but then 100 comments are like spam. It's spam. So it's not even like genuine comments. So it's like all that shit is bullshit. You want genuine engagement. I don't want a bunch of bots following me. Like that does nothing for me. A bot can't share.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like
so. Like for example, right now, would you rather? I don't know how many viewers we got, but whatever. That's hypothetically, what we got right now don't really matter. Let's say hypothetically, we got like 50 viewers. Would you rather the 50 viewers watching, commenting, liking, sharing to their friends, maybe 2 of their friends see from the 50, you got 100, boom, whatever? Or would you just rather 100 bots? It's going to look like we doing something, but the chat going to be quiet. Nobody going to be talking. Nobody's going to be engaging us. We still going to be pretty much talking to ourselves. Like, what's the where's the satisfaction or where's to gain from that? On the outside looking in, somebody may come across this channel and be like, oh, they got 100 views, let me pop in. But then they gonna pop in and see
nothing.
Damn, why the chat quiet? Why nobody talking? Like, is there really 100 niggas in here? They probably gonna dip because nothing going on. It's not, like, in a sense, that's a problem on Twitch with niggas streaming. people will view bot, have like 1,000 views to kind of get their Twitch channel notice. But then when people pop into their Twitch channel, the chat not moving. Like that chat
what is that view bot?
It's just like it's literally view bots. Like, you know, niggas on Twitch, they're like, I got 10K views or I got 10 people watching. Like people who's actually visually watching you live.
Oh.
People will bot views and have like hella views when in reality they really don't. Chat not moving, nobody talking, but they got hella views. So it's just like it's just 100 niggas on their phone just not saying nothing, like just watching you. Or it's just 100 niggas just put their shit in their pocket and just have you on. Like, no, nigga, that's cap. Nigga, nobody's talking. Nobody's engaging.
But with that though, like, so then I guess if that's the case, then why do people do it? Like, people purposely purchase bots for those numbers, knowing that the engagement is still going to be low. So like, why do that?
I mean, it depends on what's the bots used for. Like, them bots you be seeing in like famous people pages and shit like that. It could probably be purchased by the famous people to boost their shit up. Who know, to get more people to comment.
I mean,
Who
I'm
knows?
pretty sure that's
But
the case.
it could also be used like niggas be using bots to scam, hack niggas shit, try to get niggas infos. A lot of niggas be, let's say, fucking shopping on Instagram, so they'll have their credit card information stored on Instagram and shit like that. Their cards, niggas will use bots to get into your account, get into your profile, get your information. So I mean, it depends on the usage of the bot, but nonetheless, nigga, them shits ain't good.
The big thing I see a problem with, let's say they do go to, like, let's say we have to scan our face to go onto Instagram, right? Well, let's say you get banned. Now you can never make another one again.
There's no making. There's
no making a new profile.
Yeah, you gotta
that.
scan your face to log in.
Exactly.
They be like, nah, we banned you, nigga. I know this face.
Yeah. So it's like that would be like even if you need to make a second profile or something like that. How do you do that? You wouldn't be able to
if you're not bad.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Because I saw Elon tweet something along the lines of, he said, if you want to see how the algorithm is like playing with your mind and trying to control your mind, switch your feed from the algorithm to most recent, and you'll see how the algorithm is trying to play around with your mind. And I did that on both Twitter and Instagram, and I learned two things. Both platforms are just dead. Like, nobody's on these shits like you think. And the reason why they have that algorithm is because they'll take the most engaging shit that the things that they think that you'll engage with the most.
It'll be from days ago.
From days ago, and just put it at the forefront to keep you on the platform. But if you just go from the most recent, you'll see that, like, within the span of 3 hours, there were only like 4 or 5 new posts, if that. So it's like people aren't creating content on these platforms, at least from my experience with doing that, like they used to. And then you go back to the algorithm, it's like, oh, that's why they show 3 or 4 Boston Celtic clips in a row, because they'll know I'll watch each video and stay on there longer. But if I go to the most recent, it's like it'll be 1 hour ago, 4 hours ago, 12 hours ago, a day ago, like only 5 new posts for the day, and it's like, yeah, I'm out of here.
Shit, I didn't even know about that until you told me about that shit like last week.
Nah, it's like that on Facebook too.
Facebook is even worse.
Yeah, Facebook is definitely worse.
That shit
Facebook
is
would be
dead.
showing me shit from like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, a week ago sometimes. But you go to most recent, like niggas sharing memes. Which that's why I'm on it. So
Yeah.
it don't bother me, but
I only got like 2 active friends, maybe 3 active friends on Facebook. I feel like I go on Facebook and I see the same people every day. Every single day. Like, it's me, Spesh, Trig, Rick, Princess. That's about it. And I just feel like a couple groups that I'm in. But I got like, what? I don't know how many friends I got on there. It doesn't even matter. But all the friends that I have on there, it's like nobody's there anymore. I think these places are deserted.
So where are they going to?
I don't know. I don't think people, you know what it is? I think when social media first came out, everybody was cool with making content. So everybody was pushing content on there, even if it was like bullshit. I'm taking a picture of me and my family, we doing this, or I'm in college, I'm doing this, whatever. And then it became a place where I'm going to see other people's content. And like, I think once it started getting to the point where it's like people started caring about likes, that's when it started to like dwindle down with people putting their own content up there. Because it's like, if I post a picture and I only get 3 likes, I'm taking it down. Or if I post a video and I only get 50 views, it's not engaging enough, so I don't really want to put my content out there anymore. And I think that's what happened.
I think the moment people just started caring about being like social media famous, that's
Yeah.
when the genuineness of social media died.
Because think about with
It
Snapchat.
was more fun. Like nobody was like people are Hollywood on these apps now. Like when these apps first came out, like everybody niggas would just talk. Niggas would use the apps for their intended purposes, and that was it. Now it's like, oh that nigga don't got this amount of. Nah, I'm not talking to him. He don't got this amount of followers, or he ain't got no blue check. I ain't talking to that.
Yeah.
Like shit like that is stupid. But once shit like that happened, and that's what niggas started caring about, and that was just the main thing you was only noticed if you had this on the platform, then that's when people just started watching those people. It just it wasn't the intended purposes anymore.
So where do you feel like they're going?
Huh?
Where do you feel like they're going?
I mean, people are not going anywhere. They're just not engaging on these platforms as much anymore. Because it's not like there's the hot new social media. There's not. We see them come out and then they're popping for a week and die. Clubhouse.
Yeah.
But it's like
Clubhouse only
people just bored, bro.
Like that because
I feel like it's the same like the news. Like you get like the news is dying. If you actually peep what's going on, you understand like Hollywood is dying essentially. Like a mass majority of people were not caring about these things anymore.
Yeah, look at what they had to do at the Oscars.
Like Hollywood, like exactly, they had to pull that Will Smith shit because literally Oscars, one of the biggest things in Hollywood's viewership, is just yearly consecutively dying. Like Hollywood,
every
news, social media, all this shit is just dying.
Yeah.
Like niggas is starting not to care about this shit as much anymore, which is a good thing.
Is it
in my
really
opinion.
because of like the older the older people that did care, like they're old now, and then like the young kids that they never really cared about that shit and in the first place? So it's like I never really watched the shit anyway. Why watch the shit now?
I mean, but you also have to look at how you're looking at it on an aspect of how they got their intake of these things. The old people got their intake of it from the TV. The young people is just as infatuated in pop culture as the old people are. We just get our intake of it from social media. It's still the same intake. It's still the same level of infatuation, I think. But it's just the level of care is dying and decreasing, I think. People would definitely, don't get me wrong, people would definitely still infatuated with celebrities. Why do you think we got topics like Brandi?
Yeah.
But, and just infatuated and all this shit still. But the level of care is definitely going down a lot.
And the crazy thing about this whole social media thing is like I feel like the reign of social media was supposed to be longer than this. And I feel like it's like the age of social media is dying. Like it's dying so huh?
It's been 20 years.
Like,
It's not a long time. Like
20 years, not?
Nah.
What was the first one? For me, it would probably be what, Skolnex?
Even before that.
MySpace.
I mean, the first major one was MySpace.
First major one, but I'm just saying there was Skolnex. We had then before the Facebook came up, MySpace.
But it's not a long time. Like,
yeah, it's like 20 years ago.
So what was the one of the best major inventions before that?
That's what I'm trying to ask. Yeah, I don't remember.
Media?
The social media. I don't think we had.
I would say like
TV,
gaming.
Okay, yeah.
But even then, if you look at gaming, that's dying too.
But look how long it's been, though.
I mean, all right. So let me say that gaming is dying, but gaming is as popular as ever. If that makes sense.
You got to explain that one to me.
So, for someone who grew up gaming, playing damn near every system, all these games, the quality of gaming is dying. The enjoyment you get out of gaming is dying. However, countries and places that didn't have access to gaming may have access to gaming now. And so it's new to them. And gaming's more popular than ever. However, it's dying. Like, it's the same way I can say, like, Fortnite is probably more popular than ever in terms of a game. Because more people just know about it. But it's dying in terms of the amount of, let's say, streamers who played Fortnite 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It ain't the same as now. It's a
Absolutely.
whole different breed of niggas, not the top streamers who care about the game anymore. Like it's like gaming is dying too, in a sense. Like I don't care about gaming as much as I used to, and I love games. Like I'm a gamer. I go on vacation and still play games. Like I'm a gamer, but it's like I don't care as much. I still do it because it's something I enjoy doing, but the games don't intrigue me enough because they're not as well thought out. Like not as much effort's put into it to make it a good quality game. So the gaming industry as a whole to me is dying, but it's still popular. We got esports now. You can't say gaming's not popular.
True, but I feel like at the same time, gaming has had a long run to where it has always, in a sense, like stood young, right? Like it's kept up with the kids. Like even from Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, like it was always a kid thing. So like they would always come out with new games every few years or so. Even to this point now, like you still have Fortnite, which is still a kids game. Roblox, still a kids game. Social media is slowly keeping up with the youth. Like after TikTok, once TikTok phases out, what are the kids gonna do? Like, what social media platform is there other than TikTok that's for the kids? Like, I feel like it started it with MySpace, and I feel like TikTok might be it.
Well, it started in 1997 with 6 degrees.
Nobody ever heard of that shit.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Then
I was 3, so I wouldn't.
I wouldn't know either.
People barely had internet in their house.
Yeah, exactly. At this time, are you hot or not? Am I hot or not.com? I don't remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Friendster.
Doesn't that still exist?
Maybe, I don't know.
I have no idea. And then MySpace came out in 2003.
Yeah, so like
I think
about
MySpace was like what the first.
MySpace is like the grandfather of social media, right? That started in 2003. How many years is that now till today?
20 years ago.
20 years ago, right? And it's like now we're seeing the end of it, possibly, with like TikTok being the last major boom social media platform. Whereas like with gaming is still developing newer game. Like we're talking about the metaverse. That's going to be the new age of gaming. So it's like gaming isn't going anywhere. Social media after TikTok might be done.
I feel like that's gonna be the next thing after TikTok.
I don't know, man. I don't
You gotta
know.
think about it, right?
Was coming after TikTok.
But-
We thought everything was unlocked until TikTok came around.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. TikTok is just a little bit longer vines.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
how
I'm
much?
saying. like,
So how
it's
many
gonna-
how many times can you reinvent it? Is what I'm saying. Before people just stop. Yo, this shit is just boring now. Like I think after Gen Z, whatever generations after Gen Z, once they like become like 30-year-olds and shit like that, with social media, I don't
Unless their
see.
next social media is metaverse social media.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way it could be, unless they're gonna start counting that. But that's more leaning towards like gaming than it is social media.
Nah,
Not
I
really,
don't think
'cause
so.
If I'm playing like Horizon, I'm not really gaming, right? Because there's worlds where you just literally chilling.
Hmm.
Doing that, just chatting.
Then that would have to be
Social
it.
media, that's like a chat room, like technically.
That I would have to be it because I don't see how social media is gonna live past TikTok. I just don't see it. Look how fast Facebook came and went. Facebook got to the point where it's like, all right, the only way we're gonna stay relevant is by buying other companies because we can't produce shit that's gonna keep people here anymore. Imagine if Facebook didn't buy WhatsApp and Instagram, Facebook would have been dead a long time ago. Long time ago.
You say this all the time.
For real, that shit would have been dead a long. Like Facebook is dying now, but if that shit didn't have Instagram and WhatsApp, and I think it even bought Snapchat too.
Maybe, I don't know.
I think somebody or tried to buy Snapchat, or whatever. If they didn't do that shit, that nigga Facebook would have been dead years ago. And who knows what Instagram would have been right now? We
It
don't
probably
know.
would have still been genuine.
Maybe. We don't know. But when it comes to the other platforms, I don't see the long play. Like I can see the long play for gaming. I can see the evolution of gaming. I can't really see the evolution of social media. So I think it's gonna be then and there. It's 20 years. That's not a long time. Gaming been around. Like if you look up the first game,
Game been around.
probably 1960s, 70.
I
Yeah.
feel like the first game was like Pong, wasn't
Yeah. Yep. So it had to be like the 19s. No, probably before that, 40s maybe. Oh,
1972.
That's the first game system. What was the
Magna
first
Box
game?
Odyssey. Video that'll be the first video game, right?
whatever. So 1970 is still relevant today. Social media, 20 years, that's not a long time. For a major invention, that's not a long time. To be in and be out, TV still around, radio still around. Trying to think of other media platforms. You said gaming. I think social media is just gonna have it's gonna be a quick run. I don't see it lasting very long.
Pong, yeah.
When Pong came out.
They said the first one was 1958, similar to Pong, which came out in the 1970s.
Bro, 1958, we still playing games to this day. Gaming ain't going nowhere. Social media will be dead eventually.
Damn.
Sad, man. But it's real because, like I said before, just go to your social media platform right now. Switch your timeline from the algorithm to most recent, and you'll literally see how dead these platforms are. Nobody's on these shits anymore.
I've learned that shit because when I stopped being on that shit for a minute, I'm like, yo, I don't even look at shit anymore. I don't even go on it. I
Like-
barely go on it.
Mhm.
I look at like some funny shit and I keep it moving. Oh,
I think you gotta go. I used to know how to do it. I forgot. I think it might be in the settings because they definitely don't want you to do it. But they make it like extremely difficult.
Please don't.
Oh no, it's at the top. So when you go, yeah, they like hide that shit low key. So you gotta like have to hold it, pull it down and hold it. And I guess your feed. No. Oh yeah, go to recent, and then it'll switch. No, like hold it down, and then.
Nah, it don't got
Nah,
it.
it's right there. It says recent.
No, it says rooms. You probably gotta update it.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. And you at home? You on the homepage?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know. But yeah, man, you start like I see somebody just posted just now.
Mine don't got it either.
Damn, son.
You just gotta go touch the Instagram. Go to following. And I go to
Yo, shit is crazy though. But yeah, look, 13 hours ago. Bro, nobody on this shit. No. Well, actually, Facebook looks a little more lit than Instagram. Byron. Yo, you saw we about to go to war with Taiwan?
That's what I was just looking at right now.
Oh, what? Yeah, bro, that shit crazy. Shout out to Kev. He called
I
it.
go to war with them, but
Defend them.
against China.
Yo, shit about to get real, bro. We talking about formula shortages. Wait till China said we not sending this shit back to y'all no more.
Trying to do something to try to stay for more years.
No. We need to defend Taiwan. Like that's something that like I could understand. I could understand. I wish there was a way to prevent it, but like if they're saying they're gonna invade Taiwan, if China says that, I could understand why we feel the need to defend it because there's so many products that come out of Taiwan that the world uses. I think it's like the world leader in like chips for computers, something like that, like computer chips, or like all those technology chips and shit like that come from Taiwan.
Do y'all think?
Fuck them.
Is that fuck Taiwan?
Do you think like
Nah,
niggas
you
was
don't.
like
You need that.
I'm gonna invade? You think niggas cared back in the day?
What you mean?
Like the U.S. didn't care back in the day when they couldn't. Like, when them niggas was and everybody was invading people. Like why
No,
we give a
we
fuck
cared.
now?
We cared. That's why everywhere we went, we ain't leave. Everywhere we had war, we still there. Somewhere.
Them niggas still invaded.
What you mean?
Like back in a long time ago. Long time ago. Right? They invaded niggas and nigga, we didn't give a fuck.
No, we did. We definitely did.
Man,
We did.
they ain't give a fuck about World War II.
We fought in World War II.
Yeah, but only because of Pearl Harbor.
Depending on who you talk to.
I mean, but that's the only. The way history writes it, the only reason the U.S. got involved was because of Pearl Harbor. If dumbass Japan kept us the fuck out of it, Hitler would have took over the world.
Yeah, so I mean, eventually we would have had to intervene. It would have been either we fight or get invaded. So eventually, I think we would have been like, all right, y'all, y'all getting a little too close now.
Even prior to Pearl Harbor, America didn't give a fuck about all the other shit they took already.
That's what I'm saying.
They didn't give a fuck about
now
none of
we
the
care
shit
about
they took.
Ukraine. Like
I think
now we give a fuck about that shit.
I think they've cared if it affected. Like if it didn't affect us, then it's like, all right, y'all can figure that out. But I mean, low key, America's always acted like a police force for the world, though. What was that FDR quote or one of the Roosevelt quotes? Speak softly but carry a big stick.
What? What?
Speak softly and carry a big stick. That's what one of the Roosevelts said. So, I mean, take that however you want it. And we've always acted like a police force with the rest of the world.
But why the fuck do we care now?
About Taiwan?
Nah, I'm just saying. About Ukraine. About like.
All right, we care about Ukraine.
40 billion is crazy.
Huh?
40 billion is crazy.
To give to Ukraine?
We gave them like what, 80 billion, right? This is the second 40 billion.
Yeah, like that's 40
like
billion
what?
is crazy.
But we got,
yeah,
but we have shortages in food.
I mean, I don't know if those are two.
I'm just saying, like they could put money into somewhere else.
I mean, again, it goes back to the purpose of Ukraine.
My thing is, they were able to gather up enough votes to send Ukraine 40 billion, right? But then they want to say, oh, but we couldn't gather up enough votes to push this emergency formula shortage bill to, get formula shortage out to stores, and wanted to blame Republicans on that because Republicans voted no. But my thing is, like, you damn near control all three branches of government. How do you not get enough votes for these things? And if you could get enough votes to send 40 billion to Ukraine, what the fuck is your Democratic House whip doing to not get you the votes to get a emergency formula shortage?
But wasn't the issue, and I think Kev spoke on this, but wasn't the issue with the votes that it wasn't enough money? So I think it was like 20 million, and they was like, we can't do it.
No, I think it was less than that.
Yeah, it was whatever, something million. They're like, yo, the fuck we gonna do with a few $1 million for a formula shortage? That's why the Republicans rejected it.
Okay, well that makes sense. So that makes sense. All right, that makes sense. But it's like, so you only go off for 20 million. So that's even crazier because you only go off for 20 million for a formula shortage. And I don't give a fuck if this $40 million shit to Ukraine is a loan that they got to pay back on interest. I don't give a fuck about that interest that niggas is going to see 10 years from now, 20 years from now.
No, they're not paying that back.
When niggas is having of course not. It's Ukraine. Come on. But I don't give a fuck about no loan that's getting paid back with interest when we having a formula shortage right now. You only go offer 20 million for a formula shortage, but give 40 billion to some niggas across the country that I really don't give a fuck about. This is my tax money. Like, I don't give a fuck about them niggas.
I mean, we're helping the world.
I don't give a fuck about the world.
You should.
For what?
It's our planet.
The world give a fuck about me?
Yeah.
Nah, I doubt that.
Earth cares
There's
about
a bunch of countries that hate America.
I mean, you said Earth.
I mean, that's the world. Like, the world. So what I'm saying is the world outside of America, a bunch of countries don't give a fuck about America. They want American assets, and what comes with being America's friend, they really don't give a fuck about America. Why should I give a fuck about y'all? I really don't give a damn. I don't care what goes on in Ukraine. Why are you using my tax money like that?
Because if Russia gets a hold of Ukraine, then it'll create a larger gap between the United States and Russia, so we can't monitor them as easily as we'd like to.
Okay.
So by doing so, if we lose Ukraine, if Ukraine falls to Russia, then Russia is now closer to the United States.
See, the issue is we have this whole Ukraine-Russia conflict is happening because U.S. don't mind a fucking business. Putin said, "Don't bring them niggas in NATO." All right, we won't. Yo, y'all niggas trying to join NATO, bro? Like that. That was literally what happened.
Yeah,
Nah,
they joined the ops.
Putin, look at me. Think I'm gonna bring these niggas into NATO? Like, you don't even really fuck with these niggas like that, bro. Like, come on, bro. You got it, bro. Like, we ain't gonna do that to you, bro. All right. Y'all niggas trying to join NATO, bro? Yo, y'all trying to join? Like, that's what happened. Like, mind your fucking business.
I mean, they joined the ops. I understand why Putin's upset. Like, yo, you was down with us. You joined the ops. Now it's lit for you. Tell the people that you joined to come help you. But I hear that like Russia's low key like not doing well with this war. And I can't understand why.
Russia's doing well with money.
What do you mean?
The ruble's the top earning currency.
The ruble?
2022, yeah.
That's what the Russian dollar is called?
The ruble.
Ruble? I didn't know that.
It's the top earning currency in 2022. Nigga said, you gonna sanction us? We gonna sanction this oil, nigga. And y'all gonna pay us in rubles, nigga. Fuck the US dollar.
That's crazy. Wow. That's scary. So what is the US dollar worth now? Is it worth anything?
That shit is shit, bro.
Gas is $5. Like,
I saw somebody post a picture of paying $90-something for gas, and he said, "Yo, my tank wasn't even on E." It's like, damn, bro.
Nah, that's crazy.
I put
$90-something.
I put $20 today because I was like, "Fuck, I'm just gonna put $20."
I have to drive to North Carolina soon, like in June.
Better off taking the bus.
I'm dreading those two because it's two. It takes two
Mhm.
gas stops. One before, one halfway in like Virginia, and then the rest is last to North Carolina. And then obviously we got a Phil coming back. So I'm dreading those like let's say 6.
Yeah, I'm about to say now with this the way that this gas is going.
I'm dreading those 6 gas stops.
I'd have took the bus.
I ain't taking no bus to North Carolina. That's crazy.
How long was the drive?
Like 9 hours.
Ooh, so bus would be like 12. Yeah, that's. I mean, I'll still probably take the bus. I like trains. I could take the train anywhere.
I'll take the train.
Trains I could do anywhere.
I took the train in New Hampshire. That shit was beautiful for me. I ain't had to drive. I just sat there, just watched the movie, fell asleep.
And they low key got good leg room.
Yeah, a lot of leg room.
Got leg room on the
train food.
They have like you can go buy some shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I rode on the train before.
Yeah, I had me a couple of beers. I was like, oh, I'm like, all right, I'm lit. By the time I met up with, her, by the time I met up with her and Mass somewhere, I was like, I got out the train. I had to wait. She was like 20 minutes away. I went to another bar when I got out. I was just chilling.
Yeah, bro,
like,
the train is lit.
Train is fire.
There's different people. You know, they come on and off the train, different stops. The longest ride I ever did on the train was I think a day. Some change. Yeah, we went from New York to Orlando. Took about a day.
It took a day?
Jesus.
Yeah,
That
something
should have
like
been.
that.
It probably like went like mad different stops.
That was probably like maybe it wasn't a day. I was a kid, so
because it don't even take a day to drive.
Yeah. So you would think like a train would
be faster.
Nah, but trains usually take longer than driving.
Nah. You go on a track straight. Like there's no traffic.
I mean,
they make stops
though, and make sure people get on. And stuff.
Yeah, but not that. Like there's certain trains that like stop like everywhere, but there's other trains that just like go bypass. Like there's a lot of stops, and then like express train.
Oh, whatever train I took, we was on there for a long time, and we went from New York to Orlando.
That was
probably
that shit was
probably. That's when the whole
that shit was local.
The whole family
took
went.
the local 6 all the way down.
we had like 2 or 3 train cars full of people. The whole neighborhood went.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's like fire though. I would do that.
Yeah, that was a fun trip.
I would do that. Just chilling on the train, everybody getting smacked on the train.
I mean, we was like 10, but it was like
he wasn't drinking.
It definitely wasn't a day.
If he was at 10,
if he was 10, it wasn't a day.
But it was fun because it was like cousins on cousins and cousins, like three train carts. And just running all up and down the shit. White people complaining about us. It was crazy.
Go to another
But yeah, I
fucking
think it was
train.
like a day. I want to say it was a day, yo.
At 10, I don't know if you.
I gotta ask my mom. But I want to say it
I
was
would
a
say
day.
like 18 hours, 19 hours.
That's a day. In the kids' world, that's a day.
Yeah, in the kid world, it's a day.
That's a day. I had a great trip, man. Shout out to Amtrak. They don't get enough love. They don't get enough love. I feel like Amtrak. I didn't hear about Amtrak shutting down during the pandemic. I feel like Amtrak was still up and it was up and moving. I didn't hear about Amtrak shutting down. I didn't hear about them losing money. Same thing with Greyhound. Shout out to Greyhound and all the bus drivers.
Yo,
Yo.
JT, you shouting out the weirdest shit.
Yeah,
man.
man. Shout out to Greyhound. Shout out to all the bus drivers, all the train service people. I'm gonna take the train this summer. I'm gonna go somewhere.
Just go.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go to like
Fuck, we might as well
Maine.
just see.
Go to Cancun. Fuck it. On the train.
I don't think that's
That's not possible.
okay. All right.
Fuck
All
it.
right.
Is it possible?
Fuck it.
Go to Cancun on a train. That's hilarious.
Let's see this.
It's like swimming to Puerto Rico.
Drive.
I'm
Fuck it.
sure you can't get the Cancun on the
Fuck
train.
it. Do anything you set your mind to.
Yeah. Only in America.
Nope.
Imagine that. You take the train to Cancun. I'm probably go to like Maine or something. I want to go somewhere where I can get like a cheap, nice like
Just take the train to
hotel.
Atlanta.
Nah,
We gotta go down there anyway.
that's true. Isn't she coming up here?
Yeah,
A
I
couple
think she's
weeks.
coming up this week, next week.
We got to like book her for the pod if that's possible.
She's just coming.
All right, well,
But
forget her too
pick her
then.
up.
If she's gonna be like that.
I'm just gonna pick her up and tell her to come.
That's all I got, man.
Damn, what the hell? It's already 11 o'clock?
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. Been here for almost 3 hours.
Damn. Yo, we need music videos. A list of them for you. Because we're gonna start
said
this
what?
Monday thing. Something like Mondays, if we're not gonna really do a pod, we're gonna start like highlighting you guys' videos and everything like that and throwing it up. And anybody else you know who rap and stuff like that, if they want to put their videos and shit up there, call in. We actually had a first caller. And she sent her videos, songs. Well, it wasn't one video to another song.
Yeah, I think we played one video and one song, I think it was.
That's
Or
gonna be
one
like
video,
some
two
type of
songs.
new content that we're doing. So you know other people that might want to be up here. So they don't even gotta be here. They just gotta send us some videos and talk some shit.
Wow.
How you like that?
Almost like a internet radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Cool.
But just underground so that we don't get kicked off.
Mhm.
Nah, yeah. Yeah. No, that's not bad.
But yeah, I ain't got nothing else either, man. This was
I just hope they don't
really
kick us
good.
off.
Yeah.
For the whole Ukraine thing. Free Ukraine. Hope you guys, get your country together.
Hope y'all get your country together. Give us back
Yeah.
our money so that we could get formula.
Yeah, we need formula. We got like first world problems over here.
Stop sanctioning Russia so we could bring these gas prices
down. Oh my god, yeah.
Is that what's driving the gas prices?
Yeah.
Sanctioning? What is sanctioning Russia?
I mean, it was that. It was the executive orders when he first got into office, canceling the Keystone Pipeline. There's a bunch of factors.
Remember that.
Niggas
That was
be
a
like,
big thing.
presidents don't control gas prices. Well, this motherfucker do. Because he was making sure we was fucked when it come to gas.
Yeah.
He did everything. He did all of the wrong things to make sure we don't got no motherfucking gas.
And I don't hear none of the people that was like, hey, I love Joe Biden before the presidency started, like out talking about all the right things he's doing. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Because you still heard the Trumpers.
Oh yeah.
Even when niggas was bashing Trump, you still he doing this, he doing that. You still heard the Trumpers. So where the Bideners?
Bideners.
Bidenites.
Bidenites.
The Bidenites.
Bidenites.
Where the Bidenites
What
at?
about you seen Trevor Noah? He said when he walked in, he said I was it goofy. No, and he was like, "Oh, ever since you came into office, everything is looking up. Gas prices going up, rent is going up."
He said that to his face?
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess it was like a little roast or something. I don't know.
Nah, he's a goofy, bro. Him and Charlamagne.
Really?
Charlamagne?
Charlamagne a goofy too.
Yeah.
All these niggas knew what the fuck they was doing during election season. They knew what the fuck they was doing. They was endorsing all these motherfuckers because they was getting paid to do that shit. And now that these niggas are doing a shit job as expected, because everybody fucking knew that. Well, clearly not. Forward to men. But some people knew that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure these niggas knew that.
Oh yeah.
But they was cutting them checks, so they ain't give a fuck. And now that these niggas is doing shit jobs, they want to criticize them and try to get people on their side.
But can you really be mad at Charlamagne? No,
Nah, I can.
if it's above him, like I'm sure it's like the radio station that's getting paid for all this shit. Like, I don't think
Like, you could still say no to things. You don't have to say yes to everything your boss says.
Yeah, but when it's of that magnitude,
If they cut it, I'm not saying the DNC specifically, but even if the DNC cut the radio show, like the radio company, the check and say, hey, talk positively about us.
Mm-hmm.
You can still say no to shit, especially when it comes to political shit. Like, I feel like that shouldn't affect your job, especially when you're, for the most part, a hip hop culture radio.
Mm-hmm.
I get Breakfast Club does like, some other things. They be having gurus and, philanthropists and shit on like that. But for the most part, you're a hip hop culture radio host. For the most part, our culture is dumb. Don't do that shit.
Okay.
You leading them astray to kind of get their sympathy now that shit going bad. Now you want to, yeah, it is going bad. I see the way it's affecting y'all. No, you knew how it was going to affect us, nigga, but they paid you so you didn't care. Don't say you knew. Don't say you see how shit is affecting us now, because the people at the bottom who don't got your type of money, they actually feel it. And this is your audience. So now you're trying to virtual signal to your audience when you push these people onto your audience in the first place.
Understand. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, I think it could go both ways. Like, I think Charlamagne can also genuinely not have known it can get to this magnitude, because this guy's not a political commentator. Like, I don't think he knows much about it. But I do think that he could have had more of. They could have had a better balance of perspectives. So, like, if you're gonna have Biden on, have Trump on, or if you're gonna have
yeah, but he couldn't do that either.
It was all that shit was biased, and that's just my main issue with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When it came down to the whole Cardi B shit, Cardi B is a dumb. Sorry, nothing against her, but she's a dumb bitch. My personal opinion, Cardi B's a dumb bitch. I like her. I do like her. I enjoy her music. Listen to her music. I'm a Cardi B fan. I like her personality. She's a dumb bitch.
Mm-hmm.
No, I have no hard feelings against her. She's just dumb to me.
Mm-hmm.
The way she was in our motherfucking faces during the 2020 election season, bro, you would have thought she was fucking in Congress. You would have thought she was AOC.
Yeah.
Dressing up in suits and shit to go live with Joe Biden and shit like that. All that shit. Like,
yeah.
They was cutting you them checks too, bitch.
Yeah, but that's what gets the people. Like, that's what they want to see.
You could have said no. Now, if Cardi B come out complaining about this nigga, bitch, shut the fuck up. Because unless you specifically, I mean, you are a dumb bitch, so maybe you were just that dumb. But, like, come on now.
Yeah, they all sign NDAs. They never gonna come say that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think even Nikki said something about that. Like, she wanted to go talk to him, and then they was like, "You gotta do this," and she was like, "I'm not doing that," and she never wanted to go talk to him.
I think it was like getting vaccinated or something. I think she was.
Yeah, it was something like that.
I think she was on the Kyrie.
Some shit like that. Yeah. She wanted to talk to him about it, and then the White House was like, "You got to do X, Y, and Z." She said, "Nah," and we never really heard from Nikki again until she had a kid.
Because that was when she was like something about her cousin in Barbados,
Mm-hmm.
his nuts, something about his nuts from getting a vaccine. That was when she was on vaccine.
He was about to get married, and then his nuts got too big, and then they didn't want to marry him.
Then all those Republicans became Nicki Minaj fans, and That shit was disgusting too.
That was like when the fucking Democrats. That was the equivalent when the Democrats came out like the dashiki shits.
Oh, was that
Neil?
for Black History?
Oh, that was
Was that for
disgusting.
Black History Month or was
Yeah.
that for Juneteenth?
That was for George Floyd.
It was George
No,
Floyd.
it was George Floyd.
It was something.
Mhm. I think that was during the George Floyd thing. But no, I think it was for June. No, I think that was for George Floyd.
I don't know. It was for something, but that shit was hilarious. I was just like, yo, y'all not that ass.
Nancy Pelosi.
Yo, you want to know
Yo, that's
something funny?
crazy. That is crazy, yo.
Like America's not real. Our timeline, what we're existing in right now, is not a real thing.
Just imagine 100 years from now when we're all dead, them reading about this shit.
They're gonna be like, yo, y'all niggas was soft. They're gonna be like, yo, y'all niggas was soft because y'all let them punk y'all like that. They told y'all to stay home. Y'all said, okay.
You know what I
That's
think?
what
You know what I think about every time I think about you. Every time I see this, that camera commercial for Black people.
Oh,
Yo, I seen that the other day and I
Camera
was
commercial.
dying. The Kodak.
when it was they made lenses for Black people, that camera shit that they showed during the Super Bowl.
Remember that?
And they made I had played it, and they made the lenses for Black people, and they were showing just horrible quality ass photos of
In the
Black
dark?
people that obviously you wouldn't see these niggas if you took that picture.
But it was
Shit
in the
with no
dark.
sunlight, like just in the dark.
But then the real pictures that they took after was all Black people in the daytime.
Yeah, like it's just like obviously these pictures are gonna be trash, nigga. They're in bad spots, like.
And then obviously these are gonna be really good because it's sunny
Sunlight,
outside.
yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, every time I
remember
see that shit, I just start fucking dying. I'm like, yo.
They was wilding, bro. That commercial was crazy. Because the Super Bowl, I'm sorry, that shit happened during Black History Month. You're not y'all really greenlit that to air live during Black History Month.
Not shocking.
No,
Google
I
what?
forget what phone it
I think it's it's a Google phone.
Google Pixel Super Bowl commercial or some shit. I think it was Pixel.
Yeah, but we got good. We good. We good. We can watch this shit offline.
All right.
Everything else? Got anything else you want to say?
I'm good.
Good.
Stay safe.
It had Lizzo in it?
Yeah, I think it's that shit.
No.
Nah, yeah, it did have Lizzo in it.
Historically, camera technology hasn't
That's why I was
accurately
like, Lizzo
represented.
sanctioned this?
Oh yeah. You want to show the people real quick? Just go back. Go back. Just show the people real quick. We're gonna end on this one right here.
Yo, nah.
But wait
what?
until you see the second part though, bro.
Yo, I did not see this during the Super Bowl.
We played it. We played it here after, but I think you just.
I don't remember
He
that.
had it on his phone.
Niggas fast.
Camera technology hasn't accurately
People with
represented
darker
darker skin
complexions
tones.
have always struggled with having good lighting.
Every single
Every time I see this
That
fucking
first picture
commercial,
was
bro, I be fucking
crazy.
crying.
No shit, you're not gonna see that motherfucker.
People with darker complexions have always struggled with having good lighting.
every single yearbook photo of mine has been terribly shot since I was a kid.
I always show up as too dark or shiny. You love all me.
Now look,
Yo,
in the daytime.
Nah.
Like, she not even black.
Yeah, look at this shit.
Yo, this is crazy.
Don't you be afraid. No.
They got the nerve to have this music.
Lizzo does sanction this too.
Oh, that's
Like she
crazy.
said it was okay. She was
there's
the
no-
black ambassador
There's
during
none of those
Black
pictures in the dark room.
Nah, those first pictures. Was
I want to see
great.
the picture. I want to see you take
People
pictures
with
like them
darker
first pictures with the
complexions
camera.
have
Yo, look
I
at
want to
that
see you
shit.
take this picture with that camera, nigga. I want to see that picture with the camera, and I want to see if I pop up
Struggled with having good
or if
lighting.
I'm looking like an
So
unlockable
what-
character.
What they should have just did was recreated those pictures in the dark. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah.
bad, yo.
But every
Mine
every
has
time
been
I see
terribly
this, every
shot
time I
since
see
was
this
a
shit,
I
I
always
fucking start dying.
Like, yo,
Yeah.
that's an unlockable character, bro. That is an unlockable character.
Yo, no.
That's too dark or shiny.
Somebody say, yo, this is the one.
Who?
This is the one.
Who said that this was a good idea?
Whoever directed this needs to be fired.
Everything the light touches.
Nigga, get this bitch off the camera, bro. I don't even care about your baby. Cute kid, don't care. Bitch, you not white. Like,
yo, there's
bright as fuck
no
outside.
nighttime pictures. Every time I
No
see this
indoor
shit, I
pictures
just-
either. No fucking indoor pictures. Everybody's outside now. Yo, that's
Every time I see
don't
this
this
shit,
bitch eat
bro,
like mustard on her apples or something? Like, get out of here, bro.
that's this.
Yo,
That's disgusting.
that's top 5.
Nah, I'm dead ass.
That is hilarious.
It's either on her apples or on her Oreo. Or Oreos.
Oh my god,
She eat what?
mustard
She
on her
puts
Oreo?
mustard on her Oreos or apples, one of the two.
That's not healthy.
Yeah, not. I mean,
Hey, hey, time to go. Not bad. All right, we out of here. Love y'all. Bye.